Conversation started with the fact that people are going to sperm banks. And I was listening to you read the article, and you were
Hmm.
giving very slanted views on making it seem like that article was talking about only women of color who are single who don't want fathers. And it, or by age, or whatever you want to call it.
Hmm.
However, you those stories do not are they had other people they were talking about. The majority of them were talking about lesbian couples who want to have children that look like them. That was the gist of
37
going to
one
have any time releasing your sperm into a cup that they have to use in order to get as much information out as possible. If you don't understand the process of what happens when you go to a sperm bank and the documentation, when you are releasing your sperm into a cup, you are releasing your ability to have any type of financial responsibility or connection with that child. You don't know who that sperm is going to.
1 minute 37 seconds later.
And vice versa, they're also looking for Black women for eggs. Why is this? There are people, there are husbands and wives husbands who have testicular cancer. They've had other types of cancers. Those men, they're young men and they're older men with younger wives who are incapable because of something that happened to them that they can't produce children. So why is that wrong to go to a place where there are Black couples who are incapable because of infertility problems for them to have sperm by another man or another woman's egg so that they can be implanted and create a family together? Why is that so terrible?
A few minutes later.
Okay. Well, in regards to the lesbians, and it did say about the lesbians, which I'm not really care about. If you chose
Okay, but
that
I'm
life.
not really worried about the lesbians. I want to talk about the family aspect of it because
Hmm.
it seems like in this community of men, when I
Hmm.
said that you are woman bashing, you really are chaos. I've listened to a couple different things that you said. It's
Hmm.
kind of like you guys want this type of reality that's not going to be possible in America now. It's impossible.
What's impossible, having a family?
No,
Raise
it's
a family?
possible to have families because
Okay.
all of my friends are happily married with families.
Okay.
Every
Good.
one of them.
Good.
Black women are availing ourselves to all of the options that our hard work and circumstances currently afford us. And that means that single motherhood by choice is going to be an option that more and more Black women consider and even exercise. So anybody that's in their feelings about that can go ahead and start to process right now. Because Black women that have the privilege to embark upon this expensive and oftentimes lengthy process will increasingly decide to forego marriages and partnerships that do not serve us and that are not in our best interests. And now that bypassing those insufficient relationships does not have to come at the expense of motherhood, well, frankly, it's a whole new world. A world in which Black women are no longer subject to the desperation of being chose, because now we get to do the choosing. And as we choose, we do have to contend with the reality of a dismally small supply of black sperm. Because most black women on this journey, we want to create children that look like us and that look like our families, and that means we want black sperm. And as we heard from Reese Brooks, it's the definition of slim pickings, and sometimes that means compromising on this aspect of your journey. Now, I am extremely fortunate that I was able to secure 2 vials of black sperm from California Cryobank when I embarked on this part of my journey last fall. But I do know that I am an outlier. So I've got 2 concrete tips for single black women who think this may be an option, either now or maybe later. Number 1, please check out Reproductive Village. It's a new black-owned cryobank, and it's designed to help with this shortage of black sperm. It's set to open its doors in D.C. later this year, and it will also have drop-off locations in Atlanta and Houston, Texas. And number 2, be proactive. I say go ahead and start looking right now for desirable black sperm. You register with all 4 of the big cryobanks, and this includes California Cryobank, which I used, Seattle Sperm Bank, Fairfax Cryobank, and Zytex. Then you can scan the current options for black sperm. And if you see some sperm that you like, I suggest go ahead and buying at least 2 vials right now. Even if you do not intend to use them anytime soon, trust me, it's better to have them than to be without them when the time comes. And listen, if you never need them for whatever reason, what a wonderful gift to give to a friend or a sorority sister in need. And also, most of those banks, they allow you to resell the sperm back to the bank itself. Listen, I know that many are going to question or even indict the decision that I and many other black women are making to become single mothers by choice. But I, like the women you heard from today, go by the creed of no regrets. I have, and many black women have, too much love, too many resources, and too rich of a community not to share these gifts with children of our own. Children that will one day, no doubt, enrich and contribute to the next generation of Black America.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome. I don't know if I have the strength or the necessity personally to really do the stream personally, in my opinion. I'm going through some things right now, people. As you know, I'm more of a quiet person. I don't really talk about what really goes on, but nonetheless, I keep that to myself for now. But for those that are new to this channel, welcome to the Chaos Reign Show. And also those that be the future subscribers, you know the deal, you know the drill. You hit that red button and you hit the top notification bell for the uploads and the live streams here on the Chaos Reign Show. Also, follow me on Twitter at Chaos Reign 7. And follow me on Rumble, Rain 23 on Rumble. And what else am I missing? Join Discourse series of the Chaos Reign Show as well. So those are the links. And I'm doing one more thing before I start. I'm just looking for something right now. Hold on. Oh damn, I can't find it. Oh, here it is. And also have links and podcasts on the Anchor, Spotify, Breaker. Also, it's also on the About section of this channel as well. Now, as you observe, if you catch the first minute of this, I had to go back in a moment of time, and I had to really go back a year, no, not a year, like almost a couple months ago, back in the fall, winter of 2022, and I had to really play that because that was a very unique conversation on that live stream, especially about the necessity of black sperms and the shortage for women, particularly women of color, that needs the essence of the black man so they could copulate and remake themselves in one image in flesh. And personally, I find it horrible, sick. And the funny thing with that tape, as y'all seen, and one thing I probably will do again, I probably will run that tape one more time for those that never caught it. And really, it's not really a lengthy little videotape from Miss Williams, K. Williams, but it makes me think, and then I have to really now question who's really paying your bills, bitch, to come up with that fucking message. And today I will be cussed tonight. I will not be holding my tongue personally on this stream, and I think I should because it's evident you ladies are too much. If you're already on the trajectory or already doing the thing, you already been heavily programmed and are too influenced through so-called media, television or tele-to vision, for lack of better words. And me personally, I'll be honest with y'all, it's kind of repulsing, in my opinion, because for her to really make the statements and really go in depth personally about her, not only her little struggles, because she has made the conscious decision to freeze her little old ass eggs, her late 30 something year old eggs, to become what they call a baby mama. Like literally. Now, I've not talked to much women. Maybe I have some I know, some I might not know personally, and some I've really had conversation offline. One particular woman in particular, she is a single mother, right? To a nice girl. I think she's now a teenager. I could be wrong. And she admits and says to her own mouth the struggles she faced being a single mother. And in her mind, she regret and wish and would tell other women, if they're in their 20s, mid 20s, etc., that they should not be so leery or should be so hesitant to rush to become a single mother in their own lives. And I had to commend her for that because she was honest for her own experience. Oh, and as y'all guys slowly come in or y'all bouncing around watching this, I would love y'all hit the like button and also hit the super chat as well. As you know, there might not be no monetization for this one. And personally, I don't really give a crap. And I could, but I'm not going to really deal with it because I think today the message goes a lot further. And I have to really voice out my frustrations now. Kamari, personally, I'm already going through a stage right now that I'm not really happy. I'm kind of displeased myself, more angry than anything else, personally. And there's so much content that I have left out that I did not invest to cover. Eventually, I will probably cover, depending my own mood. There's no certain I will cover these subjects and I already have on the docket for this channel. But to be honest with you, this particular latest events I have to say, you know what? I'm going to probably go in on a particular woman that is paid and well. And not only she's paying well, she does have a disdain hate for actual men, and including the black men. And because she has this disdain hate, any corporation that she works under, because let's be honest, the grill, regardless you hear that is run by Byron Allen and stuff, I guarantee they're getting sponsors from outside sources to keep that little struggle channel going. And I want to say struggle channel because that channel, if you look at most of the viewership of the grill, it's not getting a lot of views. Some are not even cracking a couple thousand views on each video. It's usually underperforming for a channel that has now maybe almost 80K subscribers, or maybe less than 80K subscribers, and your uploads, your videos are very low. Now, as you know, Miss Ebony K. Williams, she does have her own social media and other channels as well, but she does content especially because she uses her voice. And let's be honest, there's so many simp dudes that fall Google eye off a short, not too much a darker complexion black woman. And one of I've noticed what really is her issue is she talks too fucking much. And let's be honest, they said she has a background in a lawyer. But we all know most of her money is really made for media. Let's keep real. You're not making like over six figures or being a millionaire doing lawyer work like she's doing personally. And trust me, I know one lawyer that is racking up in the millions every year through his practice. And that's the one, Mr. Dennis Sperling. I can't speak for all these other alleged lawyers in on media or out or on YouTube that is racking the money that he's making. Personally. But more than to say is this chick lost her goddamn mind. No, matter of fact, she's in her right state of mind. I gotta correct myself. And I'm gonna be pivoting and I'm gonna be correcting. And like I said, I'm not gonna take it easy tonight. And really, I'm trying to keep my bearings straight because really, truly, this message alone, the thing that she's promoting or what she's pushing, the goddamn black community is already fucking doing already. What is the percentage of single mothers now in America? And in regards to our community, I think last time I checked, it's roughly now almost 80% now. So now you're saying that because you have money and you are brought up by a single household by choice, you're saying, hell, the hell with it. I could just pay for a family. I.e., I buy the sperm, I have a dude just bust, in the cup, and then lo and behold, they're injecting me, and then within 8 to 9 months, baby is born. This is some backwards ass shit, personally. But like I said, in the society, you have to be backwards to really function in society. Personally. Hello, Positive Vibe. How you doing? Make sure you guys like the video. Share the video. Positive Vibe, have you seen the video that I posted earlier? Let me know in the chat room. So, this thing about single motherhood, and now the promotion on media now of it. I have to say this. Oh, you haven't seen it? Well, I'm gonna run it again for you. For those that didn't catch it. I'm not gonna run the actual beginning. I'm gonna run the actual Ebony K. Williams again for you. One thing is evident, that if you are not if you're not in the right state of mind as a woman before you decide to procreate and have children, my advice to you is you better not even have children at all at this point. Personally. And I say this with a clear conscience. And I say this honestly because let's be real. A good majority of people out here shouldn't be mothers and fathers. Personally, in today's world. And it's not because you got the financial straight to really do it. You are not in a proper status mentally. Number one, let's screw the physicality and the spiritual. The mental factors gotta be there before you decide to say, all right, today I'm gonna, let this man shoot up the club, bust pure nuts in me, and I'm going to be a mother. I made a conscious decision I'm going to get knocked up by any means necessary. Hell, think about this. Keke Palmer, as much time she's a failed, she's not really an A-list actor. She's roughly C+ at best. And that's going to sound screwed up, but y'all going to hear me for a second. You're going to hear me, goddammit. If this young woman, per se, if she was really good as an actor as she is, she'd be doing more prominent roles, like serious roles. And I'm not talking about voiceover. I'm talking about actual roles that we could say, yeah, she was star role actor, leading actor, and she did her thing. I have not seen that one movie that she has participated that she's the leading star actor. Have y'all? I'll wait. As I wait, please hit the like button and share this as well. No, we have not seen it. We have not heard it. So personally, in my opinion, she's not a B list actor. She's C+ at best, going on and approaching 30 in August. And let's keep it real. This bitch did choose single motherhood by choice. If you go back to my catalog of live streams when I talked about Miss Palmer or Keke and that, her and her little so-called beige boyfriend. I don't know what that is. What year that came out? Positive Vibe. Matter of fact, let me put the link. Let me put the so I could read what you're saying. Can you give me the link? Or not give me, but give me the year when it came out. I might Google it. I'm not sure what year that came, but like I said, I'm talking about grade average, starring roles that we could say that movie moved me. That movie not only changed my life, but that movie set impressions to me. Okay, you don't shoot up the club. Well, Lena, you're a woman. You're not supposed to shoot up clubs. That's what a man's supposed to do. He should be having the ammunition and the length and strength and the hardness to really insert here and lock and load and go. And I'm not talking about split. I'm talking about real shots. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. But you get where I'm going. All right, came out 2006. I will Google it right now for you. Hold on. Let me Google that right now. Hold on a second. And as I Google it, please guys like the stream because I'm gonna look that up now. All right, what do you call it? Spelling bee? Let's look it up. Spelling bee. 2006. Oh, shit. Spelling Bee the movie. Spelling Bee the movie. Okay, I see it now. This came out 2006, a drama film written and directed by Doug Ashton. It telling the story of Akeelia Anderson, Kiki Palmer, a 11-year-old girl who participated in the Scriptus National Spelling Bee. Her mom, Angela Bassett, her soulmate, and her coach, Dr. Joseph Laramby, Lawrence Fishburne. Okay. Let me see how much it grossed 19 million in box office. Okay. It was released April 28th, 2006. And the budget was $6 million. So they actually made do with their profits. 6 million and 19 million. So they gained an additional I would say 13 million. So that's a good make turnaround. Yeah, that's a good turn. All right. But that's the only this movie, and that's when she was a kid, approaching almost a young teenager. You get me? But nonetheless, I'm talking about after that. Nope was a weak movie. Come on, Positive Vibes. Nope. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. What's good, bro? What's good? Okay. So this is what I would do. Yeah. I'm gonna run the videotape one more time, and then I'm gonna look at the article again because, as like I said before, this, if y'all caught it earlier, I had a conversation. I did content on this about this. There was a disparity in the need for black male sperm for black that can copulate and make and become, unfortunately, single mother by choice on the average. I'm just keeping it real. So let me run this one more time. All right, hold on. Let me see if this is going to play.
Conversation started with the fact.
All right, so I'm going to fast forward to the actual thing. All right, here it is. Here we go.
More and more black women consider and even exercise. So anybody that's in their feelings about that can go ahead and start to process right now. Because black women that have the privilege to embark upon this expensive and oftentimes lengthy process will increasingly decide to forego marriages and partnerships that do not serve.
Now, you got to keep in mind, it's expensive, but it's expensive for a reason. Because sperm is cheap. Now, when I mean cheap, every man is giving up their genetic material for less. And I mean less, cheap. For a woman to go out her way and go our way to get some. I mean, I question her sanity. Like, just I question her sanity at this point, because now, as much as people complain about the single mother rate, you gotta be out your goddamn mind to say, all right, I want to be a single mother by choice. I want to do bad by myself by choice. I want to be the mother and father in a relationship by choice. And when I mean mother and father, we have Mother's Day and Father's Day. I hear some dumb women talking about, say, now I am, when Father's Day comes, say, I am the father too. Backwards thinking, nonsense. But like I said, only here in America, we had to think backwards. Before I continue, I have a man that dropped a donation. And this is the biggest donation so far on this channel. Salty Balls with the $10 super chat. Hey, Salty, if you don't mind, if you want to put some nice quotes or scripture, feel free to, sir. I mean, I would love to read it. And let's be honest, Salty Balls is no joke at all. When he goes through the Bible, my fault, the gynoxible, and that's Bible with the gynoxy in hand. We call it the gynoxible in verses, and even as far as we go into Leviticus. If you're not familiar with Leviticus, or Negro Scroll, okay, much better. Leviticus. And I want to know, Mr. Salty Balls, what is it said in the Negro Scrolls in regards to Leviticus? Because as you know, there are certain things a man and woman should not, or thou should not do. And as you know, we have a surplus of people that is engaged in alternate lifestyles, you know, pogey man activities, or we call licky, or we call carpet munching activities, want to be a family. And this article, as if I really show it to y'all again, which I will, this was the argument that I was faced about early in this videotape. Once you go back to replay of it, that the purpose of they needing the sperm is to have families that they can't have families, i.e., some might say a man might damage his seed, so he is impotent, or not impotent, but he cannot have kids, or even go as far as some other issues, which it does happen in life. But I'm going beyond the issues, because the majority of the male population, as it stands, don't have problems having children. Is the biggest issue is male population right now, as it stands, they are forfeiting having the children by choice. And there are many factors. And we could say because the laws in this country is the big decisive active why men don't have children, which is the main reason, it's much deeper. One of the issues today is because if a man gives a woman a seed, he hopes that this woman will take this seed in good faith, cultivate, grow it, nurture it in the best ability with him and her, and create something beautiful. That is the intention, the whole end game for why the man, by default, gives this woman his sperm. Okay, I see Sawtooth, and I'm reading our comments. I missed some comments. It's called Lee Clerosi, or we call Leviticus, Clits. Yes, Leviticus. That is there you go. And Salty, write that down and put that when you have your channel and you get to the monetization stage. You have a segment of what we call Negro Scrolls, and that will be a good verse. I would appreciate that. So let me keep playing this, and I'm gonna read y'all comments up there. Fair use, fair use.
Of us and that are not in our best interests. And now that bypassing those insufficient relationships does not have to come at the expense of motherhood, well, frankly, it's a whole new world. A world in which black women are no longer subject to the desperation of being chose, because now we get to do the choosing.
Yes, and you do the choosing, and you choose single motherhood. Wait. You choose single motherhood? Do you want me to run that again? So not only you choose single motherhood, bitch, you choose to go on the carousel. The carousel. The carousel, I mean. And what I mean by the carousel? I'll show you.
Choosing.
Yes. On the carousel. They be on the carousel heavy. And listen, I'm in the mood to go there tonight. I don't care, personally. But we gotta be honest here. You going through the carousel, and by choice now, and you're having people put out content like this and smiling doing this content person and advocating and also promoting like this is the best way to go. And let's be honest, gentlemen, majority of women are not gonna be able to do this. And the reason why, because how women function and move today in society, it makes more economic sense to invest their money in frivolous stuff. And not only on frivolous stuff, they invest and waste their goddamn money getting a BBL. Yes, I said a BBL. What the fuck you gonna do with a goddamn BBL? And lately, what I've noticed, and now I have to question a lot of women. Unfortunately, I don't want to do this, but I have to. I question them because the bodies I see, I heard that black people are naturally gravitate. They have to come to the realization that it's now fake. You're going to be spending, investing money on potential rubber, silicone, and unused fat behind a woman's backside. Yes, yes, yes. God forbid if she went and, went and got some implants for her chest, if she goes that far. But overall, when women get money, they're going to invest more on their body before anything else. They're not going to invest money and, say, I'm going to throw in a couple thousands. Hell, even go as far as save their eggs and put them in a chill. Like, you put it in a petri dish or wherever, little vial contaminants, right? And put it through the freezers. And then once you are ready, set for woman takes eggs out of freezer and let it fall out and then inject your essence into it. It hopes by default bring forth child. Now, I don't know about you, gentlemen. I'm not in the business so thrilled if a woman has problems like that, especially if she don't have kids, to be in the business. Say, we're gonna go to this clinic. You're gonna do your thing and put it in this cup. Hell, I might have to use my eggs out my freezer, and we're gonna go bypass this process, and we're gonna go through scientific means to bring forward a child. Now, if that sounds alien, I don't know what else is. So let me read Mr. Salty Balls, because he wrote a scripture. Bring forth as I read. Thy succubus seeketh to devour one's life forces. Beware, men, these she heathens will harvest the fruit of the loins and spoils thy offspring. For the she heathen held the riches of the world and impoverish of the soul. Let me read that again because that is so profound. Let's read that again. Thy succubus seeketh to devour one's life force. Beware, men, these she heathens will harvest thy fruit of the loins and spoil thy offspring, for thy she heathens halt the riches of the world and impoverish of the soul. And listen, brothers, they will take your soul and your sperm. Like you look at this wonderful, almost actually the hit damaged the wall, this fine succubus bitch on the screen. She said, come, black man, give me your seed. I don't want nothing else. Give me forth thy seed, and then thus I will have nothing to do with you. It reminds me of the praying mantis. Y'all know what the praying mantis does? The female praying mantis does to their victims? Or the male specimen? It devours it after he finished give forth seed. And that's she promoting UI. She needs just make sure you guys like the stream, share the stream. I'm in that mode today. I'm really at that I don't give a fuck mode personally today. I'm going through something right now personally. As much as I was really going to be taking a break, and I probably will still might do that. But this right here, this just it just says it all. What I've been saying for the last 8-9 months, even we can go as far as 8 months. It concludes what I've been saying was not bullshit. This is beyond lesbians going out. And let's be honest. Let's keep real. Y'all not gonna like this. Usually, when a person has to go find a sperm donor or get a sucker or a simp to knock him up, it tells you there's two things. This woman's womb is damaged. She's mentally damaged. And number two, she could be in the business of eating carpet and eating other women out, literally. The groceries and all. And her disdain, hate for men, it shows in her decisions of what she want to do with her own womb. And the answer, and the question I should ask you gentlemen, are you down to giving any woman, not just the ladies, the lovely ladies you see on the screen, but just any woman generally, your seed, so they could take forth your own genetic material essence and bring forth fruit and harvest it for herself and keep the fruit for herself and eventually, eat you and devour you through the system, the court system especially? Are you willing? Are you ready to do so? Is that the mission? That's the question you should ask yourself. And then thus far, you must give answer to this. So let's keep listening on to her so-called succubus ways. Let this fine bitch talk. Fair use.
And as we choose, we do have to contend with the reality of a dismally small supply of black sperm. Because most black women on this journey, we want to create children that look like us and that look like our families, and that means we want black sperm.
Hey, did you hear that? She said they want to create black children like their own. So that means you're selfish, bitch. Instead of being on a man's program or just deal with a mate, you work it out, you play your little partnership or whatever you want, these little stupid terms you want to call. You find men, set forth, make life. It does not get old. Hell, does it get old, salty balls? Does it get old, people that's in the chat room listening or quietly participating? Does it really, really personally get old? Now I think about it. I'm just saying, I don't think it ever does get old, personally, in my opinion. This is the incumbents in the way of life. And it should not get old. But, like I said, oh, and I see here, the body, yep. Not their minds, yep. Like I said, when it comes to women today, like Eboni K, and she is like many women with this mindset, they have come to terms that the baby in the long run and just, paying for it, feeding it, clothing it is just enough. And I'm going to tell you this. Here's a secret for a lot of you dudes that's not knowing this. Here's a little secret. Women today, because of their upbringings today, They have not learned through their past traumas, or even they say generational curse. And personally, when I hear this thing called generation curse, I now have to conclude generation curse means to have a family and start off and going through life with nothing and remain to have nothing, even to the point not companionship, nothing to work with, not to build on, not only socially, hell, not even economic, but in regards to dealing with the opposite mate and building a life. The curse is the disconnect. Hell, even anti-socialism as well. That makes you don't want to do what is actually right and what is in the best interest for not only yourselves but in your tribe itself. And America, when it comes to Black folks, we are a tribe in a bubble, a mixed multi-racial tribe with other Black people integrated with us. And we operate as individuals. We're not willing to do what's necessary to build on something that will be hopefully sustainable. Family building is one of those components, but it's more that. But one of the things, you gotta start from somewhere. And to start off in your mindset, let me just forego the man and just have the baby and that's it. Do you know how much damage you're doing to your fucking children, bitch, doing that? Women don't understand that when you decide now, if you go that route, go to a sperm bank, help save your eggs, freeze your eggs, whatever you want to call it, and then eventually, Ray, you go to the clinic, and then you just take your freezing eggs out the pantry, just the freezer, the tray, and then have some food that's get some and put in their cup to have a kid. You think this is the best route you can go just to carry on a lineage? Wow. And let me tell you something, brothers, and Salty Balls could vouch for me. White man is not eager giving up their sperm to niggas or niggers. They're not in the business of doing it. The only time you see a non-Black man, Caucasian, Arab, Asian, maybe white, Hispanic, etc., you notice the ones that do give non-Black people, non-Black women their essence, these are the lower tier of their group men that one day got drunk and they say, man, screw it. The thing was too good. I got to shoot the club and go, oh! Those are the ones that be doing the oops babies on them. Now, if anybody could quote me and think I'm wrong, tell me. Okay. Matter of fact, I do y'all something better for this one moment. All right. Y'all tell me. And if I'm really wrong about it, I'm gonna go this one time. And the reason why I say this is because, hold on, guys. Let me see. Oh damn, my fingers died. My thing is this. That oh, what I'm doing? Hold on. I got too many things running. They do this because it's an oops baby at the end of the day. And very few men will do the oops babies. In non-Black men, there are stories where they'll sit there and then they'll accidentally will bust one in one of these chicks. And I'll be honest with you, personally, if you get them really early and stupid, most non-Black mates, you might be lucky, sisters. And I say you might be lucky if you want that hybrid mixed baby, mostly. That's your only surefire bet. If you get through their mothers, their grandmothers, and etc. And trust me, I know from certain sides and stories, I ain't gonna say that their grandmothers' mothers are not too fond when they know that their own sons, nephews, stuff are in relationships and even go as far as knocking up niggers. You think the white man is racist? Sarah, Karen, etc. They're very much even racist towards you when they find out you deal when their own sons deal with you. Hell, I think they even promote and even give them the instructions to say, yo, listen, leave that bitch now. I'm far convinced they will do so. And that does not sound popular, but you know, I've been around, and I will say I can't say I heard stories, but these are things from what I've been around hearing and having conversations, for lack of better words. So let me keep running this video, and you know, we'll keep going. Fair use, fair use. And please, guys, keep liking the stream, share, and like, you know, throw a super chat or cash app, wherever you want. Choose your weapon. Fair use, fair use.
And as we heard from Reese Brooks, it's the definition of slim pickings. And sometimes that means compromising on this aspect of your journey. Now, I am extremely fortunate that I was able to secure 2 vials of black sperm from California Cryobank when I embarked on this part of my journey last fall. But I do know that I am an outlier. So I've got 2 concrete tips for single black women who think this may be an option, either now or maybe later. Number 1, please check out Reproductive Village. It's a new black-owned cryobank, and it's designed to help with this shortage of black sperm. It's set to open its doors in D.C. later this year, and it will also have drop-off locations in Atlanta and Houston, Texas. And number 2, be proactive. I say go ahead and start looking right now for desirable black sperm. You register with all 4 of the big cryobanks, and this includes California Cryobank, which I used, Seattle Sperm Bank, Fairfax Cryobank, and Zytex. Then you can scan the current options for black sperm. And if you see some sperm that you like, I suggest go ahead and buying at least 2 vials right now. Even if you do not intend to use them anytime soon, trust me, it's better to have them than to be without them when the time comes. And listen, if you never need them for whatever reason, what a wonderful gift to give to a friend or a sorority sister in need. And also, most of those banks, they allow you to resell the sperm back to the bank itself. Listen, I know that many are going to...
Now, my thing is this, and let's know that these ways are very much consumer in nature. Why the hell would you buy something and you want to resell it back or etc.? So it tells me you're not only sharing, not only you getting the genetic material, but you're sharing and swapping. Interesting. Very interesting. I find that very much pornish in nature. I don't know if y'all would agree with that's pornish in nature to sit there swiping and sharing the essence of the black man. Well, actually, this is not something new. They always have shared the essence, as you know that there are some dudes in the group that a lot of ladies know, and they want a piece and a taste of that black man. So I'm not saying I'm against it, but it comes with territory when there are some ladies, like lovely ladies like her or anybody, that don't mind sharing and swapping the goods. And you know that you hear the very small pool of men, especially black men, that do have kids, right? They're definitely getting their pickings of the pie, to some women that are maybe attorneys like Eboni K. Williams, some nurses, etc., some good or so-called career women. They're getting all that juice, and the ladies are getting the juice as well. They're giving and receiving. So they said, the hell with it, I'm just gonna buy it, and after I'm done with it, I'm just gonna just sell it back to you, or I'll share it to you. Say, you want some of this good black essence, this Mandingo essence, if there's such thing as Mandingo. You want that essence? Here's some, girl. I got some extra. Here, take this. At least they're sharing nicely. Sharing is caring. All right. fair use, fair use. Let's keep going.
Question or even indict the decision that I and many other black women are making to become single mothers by choice. But I, like the women you heard from today, go by the creed of no regrets. I have, and many black women have, too much love, too many resources, and too rich of a community not to share these gifts with children of our own. Children that will one day, no doubt, enrich and contribute to the next generation of Black America.
I don't know about that. Tomorrow they're gonna build something with the 80% right now on paper single parent household. If that was the case, this community would be a little bit more progressive. That's my check. I could be wrong, guys. I don't know. Am I wrong? Right? I don't see no progression, personally. I see more regression more than progression, but I don't see no real progression. I'm not sure what the hell she's been smoking, but if you're so-called well established and you're making good money, or you're what you consider rich, all right, you should be invest your money properly. I mean, the time I say you're holding your resource and you eventually going to share. Since when you ever know women are in the business of sharing anything, fellas? That's kind of new to me. I could be wrong. I don't see women really in the business of sharing. I don't really see that at all. Personally, they're not sharing nothing, man. If they were sharing, we would have seen it. Matter of fact, they would not be stingy at all with any of the resource, to be honest with you. They would not be stingy at all. But this thing about says she's sharing, I doubt that. That's a lie. You ain't sharing nothing but, maybe some items and some other things. What's good, Ray? They're not sharing nothing, guys. Let's keep it. They're not sharing. And let's be honest. Let's be fair honest. For those that don't even got it and they're getting, let's say, the aid from the government, right? Or they're getting some form of check from their baby daddy or husband, or etc. Why is the money you do get is not really reinvested properly to your children in regards to more than just feeding clothing? Like some things, like put down some money, like actually invest certain things for your child, your son, daughters, that they could possibly use in the future. That'd be the question I want to really ask. But really, I don't see no investment here. Let me read some comments. Honey, why would these women not choose to be a single mother when all we do is hear our men talk about us? Please. Did I explain it? I don't know if I explained it. I would say this. The reason why men talk about single mothers because it is a problematic thing, not only in the present, but it's going to be probably more problem, and it's going to probably be more problematic in the future. Now, tonight's subject, why the reason I'm focused on this thing about this, especially, is because this is not deliberate where it said it was an accent or something. Now, this message is being promoted that this is the way to go now, which has always been the way to go for the last almost roughly 50 years. That now, being a single mother is a good thing if you got your money right. If you got your money right, don't deal with no man. Just go straight to the clinic, pay for the sperm, and move on with your day. That's the message. We're just going to just pay for it. Now, mind you, there are some ladies today that's still out in these streets. And I mean, these streets, on the, where's my soundbite? They be on the streets and they are going, and here it comes. You know what I'm about to play. They're going this. And when they go wild, and I mean literally when they go wild, they be on that. And you know what's next? They be on the carousel. Like literally, they be on the carousel, be like this. So not only they are going, but they now said that we are going wild on you, on you, on you, on you, and we're gonna go wild, and we're gonna be on this carousel for life, like for life. And when it's all said and done, after they gone, and literally after they have gone, and they've been riding the carousel. After they do all that, if they play the cards right, they might get knocked up for all that wildness and the carousel riding, or even better, if they didn't choose that mate that looks appealing, or even go as far as, you know, it didn't play in their favor. The second best thing they're gonna do is they're gonna pay for it. Like, you know, they're gonna go straight to the bank, you know, get it injected to them. You know? It is what it is. That's how I see it. Okay, I see a comment. It didn't pop up here, but I'll read it here. Femi. Let me see what he said. Yes, I'm asking why is being with a man a better choice than a single mom when y'all don't treat us right. It has been proven that black men don't treat women correctly, so why not be so? Well, yeah, understand, Femi, when we talk about treating right, what is your definition of being treated right? That's one thing we need to start from there. Because everybody's definition of what they view is right treatment varies from woman to woman. Just like a man, what they're looking for women varies from man to man. That question only can be explained on what your quote-unquote definition of treating right. And not only when you give your own definition, you always got to think, and men also think this too, do I actually qualify being treated right? And as she writes, okay. Now, respect comes a long way. Now, when you mean by respect, you mean treating you right? Respect, like not cussing you out or belittling you. If you want to define respect, please do. And the reason why I'm hawking you for more insight definitions is because you want to sit there, lay out everything. So once you put the question, it will give more context of what you're really looking for. Now I know you are by yourself, Femi, and it's good because you know you're doing what you have to do as well, you know. And remember, whatever energy you bring to the table, you're going to eventually get it and receive it tenfold. And as you know, a lot of men today, especially if you deal with brothers, they will go with you with that opposite energy if need to, you know. They're not gonna hold their tongue and stuff. Person. So if you act a certain way to a brother, depending brother you deal with, he might give you that same energy, Femi, and that's just the honest truth. Okay, she writes the definition. Oh, and guys, let you know the link to join is in the chat room. If you want to come up, it's optional. And like I always know, you can support by the Viva Super Chat, Cash App, and please like the stream as well. You know, the more you like, the better it goes through this algorithm. And let me look. Let me read it first. All right, sounds good. Let me read this. No, it's generally all men do is talk ish about us on the internet all day. Y'all do not respect us. We can't see it. So why would we want to have kids with y'all? Yes, it's a good question. Very excellent question. I mean, you don't have to. If that is your perception, if that's your own experience, then by all means, if you decide think that having kids by the black man is not in the best interest, that's your decision. I mean, I don't think most men and women, especially men today, are not really gonna sit there, pull your arm string or try to force. Because remember, when I talk about force, I'm not talking about this the illusional force. I'm talking about physical force. It's gonna force any woman, especially sister, to have the kid. Personally, and I will say the reason why they're not gonna force because most dudes today they're really much being very proactive and really thinking now because of the environment if they're gonna even risk it now. And the juice really is not worth the squeeze in the short term and long term if not careful. Now, I'm not mad. I'm not proponent that men should do the escapism to do find better. But I would say I would be proponent that men should be proactive and do in the best of their interest and be as productive as possible and put themselves hopefully in a good position so they get maybe the best options. And yes, if a man is well put and he checks himself off in the things that make him very qualified for any woman or anything in life, he is gonna be picky, ladies. He's gonna be very picky, female. And they're gonna be assholes, the ones that really got it like that. They're gonna be very much show themselves. It is up to you if you're willing to play game or be down with it or not. That's your decision. And I think most women, if a dude really got his ish together, let's be honest, a lot of women are very much repulsive and very much bug repellent to a man that got their stuff together. Why is that? I just don't know. I say the reason why it is because it's a control factor at the end of it. And when it comes to us, men and women, we're battling not only principles but also control. There has to be somebody on top and somebody on bottom within our own groups, including in our relationships. We fight for control because that's the thing that defines us. As a man, if he's not really in control of anything in his mind, subconsciously he considers himself useless, personally. And that's the dilemma a lot of men are facing today. So, to move forward, to add more context to this, video, I'm going to probably share some from an article, and I try to find the official article, but it looks like they have took it down lately. For some reason, I don't know why. So the second best thing I did, I found this on another website, and you're going to see the picture thumbnail from a previous stream I did last year on this. I'm going to copy and share. And this is going to say a lot to why there is, from their understanding, the shortage of black sperm. All right, let me share this with myself. Let me find myself. Hold on. I see you, Femi. I want to make sure that's you. All right. Now you, Femi?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
I got. Let me go through this article before I let you say something. Because
Okay.
I got a recap from this article that I did cover last year. If you want to say anything, you can go ahead while I'm finding this article, so we don't have dead air.
So I was just asking. I've been listening to the show, and we talk about single mothers this, single mothers that. But I think when you're saying that women are choosing to be single mothers, I think you're not understanding that that's not really a drag on a women. You would have to say, what is wrong with us as men that women rather choose to be single mothers? I know two
Mm-hmm.
women who have chose to be single mothers. That
Mm-hmm.
doesn't say anything about them. And it's like y'all try to
Mm-hmm.
make single mothers be such these evil people when you're not turning around and looking at yourselves. So
Mm-hmm.
the two people that I know who chose to be a single mother, one is very wealthy and one is an average girl. And the very wealthy one cannot find a mate that makes. First of all, she can't find a mate in her financial range that likes black women. That's number one. So she can't find a mate that's making as much money as her. The younger one, she she, she said that what is the point of having of not being a single mother when black men don't stick around anyway? So these
Mm-hmm.
are two narratives. Like when you're asking, y'all not even asking why people are single in 2000s, in the year 2000 or whatever, 2020, why women are choosing to become single moms. Uh, it has to do a lot with the men. So when y'all sit up here saying this, y'all be sounding foolish a lot of times, like, oh, single motherhood is so bad. Men could put a stop to that. They can absolutely put a stop to it. Y'all choose not to. Women are not going to stop having the instinct to bear children just because our men can't get it together. That's not going to happen. Y'all don't have our hormones, so y'all would never understand it. So you can't sit up there and bash a woman for being a single mother because our men are choosing not to marry us. Our men are choosing to date white and Asian women. Or men are choosing not to be in their kids' life. They're choosing all this stuff. So what's so bad about the single mothers that the men didn't create?
All right. Let me see. That's a lot. Let me follow you. In regards, I would stop you. But all right, let me see if I can get this. In regards to the men just walking out. Matter of fact, we'll start with your friend. Your friend, from Texas or from Georgia?
She's from somewhere in the United States.
Okay, is it down south, East Coast?
No, she's up north. She's up north.
All right. Well, damn, she's gonna have a hard time. Well, and I probably assume it could be New York or New Jersey, one areas. All right. And is she like say early 30s, late 20s?
My friend is in her 40s now.
And she has no kids, right?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what she does career wise, but
She's a
maybe
lawyer.
Oh. Uh, oh. You know, Ebony K. Williams is a partial lawyer too. You know, she's a lawyer too, right? Ebony K.
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, to be honest, to go back, she's actually a personalist. She's like a, what do you call it? She's in media, so she's more media than lawyer. But far from the point is the issue with this. And you're different from me because you already had your kid, man. You're not really looking, so you're fine at this point, right? But for your
Right.
friend that at this point going on for this long, the thing that comes to mind as a man, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna get pushed back, and that's fine. That for a woman like that, that was not a priority that she focused from the start, especially if she was in college or even walking out of college, going into the real world and dating. Usually, college be better, but if you're going outside the institution, very challenging to find a mate. Especially if you're going to potentially project yourself to make a certain amount of money, you're going to be around a circle of men that's going to be your field. And the question has to be bigger as why didn't they choose you? And I'm not gonna go by your looks, not you, but your friend. But I say you're around these men that are at the same economic status and probably gonna be higher in your field, and you were not even picked. So it makes you question: are you
So
even
I'm
serious?
gonna ask you,
Yeah.
why do you think my friend didn't get picked?
Well, I can't give a snaps what she look like, which is one factor, mind you, one
What
factor.
what what
But the other factor is how is she sociable? How does she carry herself?
my
Okay,
friend is a sweetheart.
there's
She's
a lot of women that
has
see
natural hair. She's
but there's a lot of
tall.
women that are like how tall.
She's everything that men say that they want, but she has dark skin.
Oh my God! No, not this again, Phoebe. Come on, man. Jesus Christ, man.
So let's go back to talk.
Oh no, not
Let's go back to
this.
talk. You said
Oh,
that
all right,
she
go.
wasn't focused on this. Uh, you said
Well,
something about her going to
before you
school.
continue, she's dark. Is she fat? Number one.
She's plus size,
All right, continue.
but she's very tall. She's six
We'll
feet
talk about.
tall.
Let me listen. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
So
All right.
so 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 you talked about her not being focused on this. So my friend, her dad is he used to be an NFL player. Her brothers are in the whatever the baseball league is called, the National Baseball League. So it be so funny when you hear men say, "Oh, women weren't focused on getting a man." When a woman has a father, their father is not teaching them to. So my friend she's very wealthy. She's always been wealthy. She's been wealthy since she was a kid. So what she notices, even about her brothers, both of her brothers marry white women because they are the upper class. So when y'all say, "Oh, y'all women should have been worried about this," I've known this girl for a long time. Her dad never told her that. Her dad never told her, "Oh,
Okay.
you got to do this and that." Her dad told her to go to school and be a lawyer, and that's what she did. I don't even.
That's it. Yeah. He didn't really give him like any actual advice, or even as far as if she's dating, which most people are dating. Let's keep real. That and she found someone that is somewhat suited because eventually, if you're dating and it's more than let's say 3 months, going on to 6 months, it's not just dating. You're almost like in the relationship stage. And at the time, if you're beyond 6 months, especially depending if she was in school or out of school, rather, it's gonna come a point where she's gonna have to bring him to her father. Did she get to that point? Is she that woman say, you know what, I'm gonna bring him to my parents?
Why would she do that when her mother
Okay.
didn't do it? Why why would why would she not listen to?
Mm-hmm.
So if her mother met her father in college, right?
Yeah.
Why would the mindset of those people be to teach their daughter not to go to college and you should domesticate yourself to please a man? I've
No,
been
no,
on
no, no, no.
other.
Actually, most majority parents, to be honest with you, they always emphasize that their children should seek and move to higher education on the average to potentially get a good job and to have a functioning I don't say career, but to make be sufficient enough where they will get a good paying job.
Okay,
That's
so I agree with that,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So why are we told that, oh, nobody cares about your degree when our parents taught us to go get a degree? Why are y'all saying now as I'm guessing you're between 35 and 40. Why are men between 35 and 40 years old that
Mm-hmm.
grew up in the 70s and 80s with us, which I'm sure your parents told you the same thing, to go get an education? If you, or I'm not saying specifically you, if any of these
Yeah.
men have sisters, if they have sisters, they know for damn sure that when they were in the house, I mean, all black people were taught that. Go get an education, go get an education. I don't
Yeah. Exactly.
understand where if and I said this on another person's podcast that I was with, and he hung up on me. I said
Okay.
my dad raised two girls and a son.
Yeah.
He didn't teach none of us about being wives, nor my brother about being a husband. We learned about fixing a car. We learned about
Mm-hmm.
getting jobs and going to college. That was never the focus in my house. I know it wasn't the focus in my next door neighbor's house. I know it wasn't the focus with my best friend that lived down the street. So
Yeah.
where are y'all getting this idea that women should be these wives without no education when that's what we were taught? Because y'all, that's the argument that are used against us. I heard you earlier say something about boss women and women being bosses. I mean, I don't think we want the college to not be bosses.
No,
Like nobody.
I don't think I said anything about boss. I don't remember saying that personally, but I was saying,
Okay,
but go
maybe I
on.
was somewhere else.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to figure out and every time I ask a man this, I can never get the answer about, especially when they're talking about, oh, the women overseas were raised to do this. So this all I hear in my mind. So you're mad
Mm-hmm.
that my dad didn't teach me to be a wife because that's not in our culture. You're in the same culture as me. So what are you talking about? So you're blaming me for my parents or any of our parents not being Asian parents and having Asian values when we're not Asian. That's essentially what y'all are doing. So now since we've heard it over and 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 over again, women still want to be mothers. They just don't want our men around because all they do is talk crap on us. So we can't sit up here and seriously talk about single motherhood like this when black men are not creating an environment for us to even want to be with you. Every time I'm on YouTube, it doesn't matter what channel I go on, there's a man talking about a black woman. It doesn't matter what I was watching this man like in Africa because I'm interested in Africa. And I'm just
Okay.
watching this man in Africa and he tried to talk to these women and the women did not want to talk to him. They didn't want to be on camera. The first thing he said? The
Mm-hmm.
first thing he said, oh, they must be out here cheating on their husbands. That's why they don't want to be on camera. I said, you can't go. And somebody in the comments had to tell him, no, that's their culture. They cannot talk to other men like that. And they're not going to be on camera to talking to other men. So you in Africa, you don't know the culture. And the first thing that you assumed about these African women or that they must be cheating on their men. This is all we hear all day. Why would we want to have children with these men when they're in Africa on safari? The first thing they think about a black woman is that she ain't no good. She must be cheating on her man.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is y'all you us are we're in our 40s and stuff, but girls that are in their 20s are listening to this, and
Mm-hmm.
older men really think that these young girls would even be interested in them when y'all talking about black women like
Well,
dogs.
okay, I will say this before we continue on, and you jump ahead before we talk about older men and younger women. We gotta understand, and I think what's the name? KW wrote some, and I'll read in a second. When we talk about the education and being I guess wives, it is a constant work, and you gotta understand, Femi, American people in general work, men and women work, and I'm not sure if there was one point in existence that women didn't have to work. You get me? And what the
Black
men are,
women always had to work.
yeah, yes. So we gotta understand that is you could what they call work and cook, chewing bubble gum at the same time, and that's not what is being seen. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the issues. The other thing is this. Um,
Wait, go back. You said we're not doing what? We're not
no,
cooking.
like
What you
like I
said?
said, if the man works and let's say a woman works, right,
Right,
and everybody comes home, people have to eat, socialize, then go to sleep. You're not seeing that. You get me? One
right.
works, the other one works. Oh, wait, I gotta fix that. Everybody complains, say who's going to eat, who cook, eat, and I said who's going to take care of this, and then it becomes a problem. Wait, why is my thing doing this? So that's the biggest issue, that there's no actual roles, and usually the stage before we get into the marriage stage, usually we do these things ahead so that we get to the bigger stage, which is ring in marriage. You get me? But we're not
Uh
even
huh.
doing. So that's the complaint with the men. You get me? Now in regards to the education piece, personally, I have no problem with it. And a lot of dudes who have no problem is I think it's the entitlement, and there's a lot of ego with the ladies when it comes to the education piece. Like they got this, so they feel they're in a certain status, so they in their mind are better, so they don't have to really do anything traditional because I am more superior, right? Is money or so-called what knowledge, which is really book.
What are men doing that's traditional that a woman should be traditional?
I mean, men have to still be productive. They have to work, pay
They have
some.
to work anyway. They're adults. They're adults. We all have to work. I'm asking you, what are men doing that's traditional that's going to balance out what y'all want women to do that's traditional if the
So
woman is working?
So my question: what are men doing that is not traditional? Should be the question.
Okay, so why complain about women that are not in traditional roles if y'all know that y'all are not traditional? How is that fair?
And you're saying that these men are not traditional, right?
If the wife, if you're telling me that the man and a woman is coming home and a woman's not cooking and that's the issue because the woman's not being traditional, you've already killed that because they're both working. If two people are working, what makes you think that I should overexert myself more when we're both working 40 hours a week? Why do you think why do I have to be traditional if you're not being traditional?
Okay, I'm gonna let the elder explain it in more detail. BJ, you there?
Yeah, you don't have to be anything, sweetie. Nothing at all. That's why if I tell brothers that if you want a modern wife or modern woman, you have
Listen, I
can,
have to ask the question again because you're not
can I say?
answering it. You're about to tell me something else.
No, no,
I
okay,
want to ask the question again.
okay.
What he just said.
Hmm?
What I'm asking is, because even if you go overseas to go get a woman,
Mm-hmm.
you're still not traditional. You're
Why
still
not?
not it. So I
Why
don't want
not?
to hear. Listen,
Why
listen.
not?
I don't want to hear about no other woman over there. I'm asking you now. When y'all
Okay.
are expecting women here to be traditional,
Mm-hmm.
what are y'all doing to be traditional to equate to that woman being traditional?
Where is the man's role changed?
If you can't answer my question, just tell me you
Yeah.
can't
In
answer
other
it.
in other words, traditional means you keep the same role that you've had for 100 years. The man's role has not changed. Okay. You still expect men to earn more than you do. Okay. A man
Sir,
can't.
that's not my question.
It is.
That's not my question.
Well,
We're all adults. We all
no,
have
no,
to
no, no.
make
I
money.
understand. Well, then explain it to me a different way because I don't understand what your question is.
What part didn't you comprehend?
No, and it
Okay,
doesn't.
let's
No,
let's let's say
no.
it again. What he just said, right?
Hold on a second. Draw it to me in crayons, okay? Explain it to me, because I.
Is that how we have to talk to our men
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they're
yes, you
children?
do. Yes, you do. Explain it to me.
Okay. Y'all are expecting women to be traditional, right?
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
You're telling us that you're leaving the country to go get other women who are traditional. Why
Okay.
do you deserve a traditional woman when you're not being a traditional man?
Okay. What is a traditional man to you?
What is a traditional man to you? You're a
No,
man.
no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
no
no, no,
man.
no, 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 no. But you're saying
A
that.
traditional man is
Hold
somebody who
hold hold hold
respects their wife.
okay. Another one. If I'll let you talk, okay, and I try not to interrupt you, so I would expect the same courtesy. Is that okay?
Did I just asked you because you're a man.
I know, but things you interrupted me in mid sentence.
I'm probably am going to interrupt you, probably
What, what,
even more. I'm
what?
not going to
Okay.
lie.
Okay. Well, then I guess that's the way it's going to have to be. Then, okay, we got to interrupt each other. That's fine.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine.
In other words, I don't know what your definition of traditional is. What is it?
Okay, so you tell me since
No,
I'm a
no, no,
woman,
no,
I'm just
no,
mere
no.
woman.
I answer my question first.
So
You
you're going to
try to.
answer it?
No, no,
Do
no.
you need me to tell you what
No,
a
no,
man is as a
no,
woman?
no. Your idea of traditional may be different from mine. What's your definition?
I'm sorry, I'm not asking for a traditional man. So you can't ask me. I'm
I
not
don't
on
know.
a panel asking for a traditional
That's not
man.
what I
I'm
asked. That's what you.
asking you.
Uh-huh.
So you can't ask me that because I'm not asking for a
Okay.
traditional man.
Then
That's not what I'm asking
then you
for.
have to accept my definition of what traditional is. Okay.
Okay, go
And,
ahead. So
in other words, a man is still expected to do the same things he did 100 years ago. He can't stay
you're
home.
telling me expected, but is he doing it?
The man is still expected to do the same things he
Okay,
does
is he
100
doing
years
it
ago.
though?
So he's still expected to go to work, pay the bills, blah 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 blah, all the traditional
No,
things.
don't tell me blah
Yes,
blah
yes,
blah blah.
yes,
You
yes,
told
yes,
me
yes.
two things.
No. Wait a minute. You have to accept my. You can't. You
Blah
not
blah
giving
blah
your.
blah is not an
Blah,
adult answer,
well,
sir.
then you have to accept it because you don't want to give me a definition. You have to accept my definition.
Sir, you're
Yeah,
being
yeah,
childish,
no,
and this is why I'm
you don't
saying
get
this is why
you don't get
women
a
are
chance to. You
choosing
don't
not
get
to
no
have
do
kids with
overs.
y'all.
You don't get no do overs. You don't get no do-overs. Except my definition.
Chaos reign. So do you understand why I say that? Why would women want to have children with men like this?
You
Why?
don't have to.
No, 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 no. We're bashing single mothers. I'm not saying what we have to
you
do.
asked me. Are you asking me something, Femi?
No, I'm asking you. Do you see how I'm trying to have a conversation with this man,
but
and
Femi,
he's using words that don't even have a definition to him. He said two things about a
Femi,
traditional man. He
Femi.
said make money and pay bills. Any adult in America has to do that, whether if they're single or married.
That's been his role for 150 years. Okay, that's his role. That's
But
tradition.
sir, doesn't every adult have to do that?
No, that's not the question. That's not the definition. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's not the definition.
But you're telling me a
no, that's not
traditional
the
man
definition.
has to
It doesn't
pay
matter.
bills.
That's his tradition. That's exactly
That's his tradition.
That's traditional. That's traditional.
Yeah.
So what does an adult have to do when it comes
It doesn't
to
matter. It doesn't
making
matter
money
what
and
an
paying
adult.
bills?
You ask what a traditional man.
Okay, I'm
has
asking you a different question now.
No.
I got the answer. I got the answer.
Nope. You don't answer mine. Don't answer yours. I answered your first one. Okay. That's a traditional man. Okay? So when a man goes overseas and he's doing the same role that he's been for 100 years. So when he goes overseas, it doesn't change.
Yeah.
The woman's role.
I'm gonna read this definition to you. What is a traditional man? This is from Google. A traditional man would be expected to work and provide for his wife and children. He would be expected to financially support his home, put food on the table, and take care of the basic needs of the family.
Yes.
But
you didn't say that.
Stop. Femi, B just answered his question. It has not changed 150 years. To work, pay bills,
so my question was,
it has not changed.
Wait a minute, that was the answer. So I said, are y'all doing that? That's a yes or no question.
Femi, you just answered the question. That is the same thing for 150 years. It has not changed.
It hasn't changed. The woman's role.
That's what it is.
The woman's role.
So y'all not listening to yourself. So this is the definition, right?
I do.
So this is the definition, correct?
I do this for 9 years. Have you read the Richer Sex or the End of Men?
No, I ain't read none of that. I know how men act on an everyday basis. So I'm gonna ask y'all this again.
The woman's role has changed, not the men's.
Are y'all doing this?
Yes, we're still expected to do it.
No, I didn't ask you were you expected. I asked you, are y'all doing this?
Yes.
So you are telling me that men are doing this, yet we know the conversation on the internet is for men to go 50-50 with women. So if y'all are doing this, if y'all are traditional men, why is there even a conversation about 50-50?
Where's the 50-50 conversation come from?
Sir, we're not going to pretend like we have not been on the internet. We know there's a 50-50 conversation going around. Are we going to be disingenuous?
Feminism wants a 50-50 partner relationship. Okay, that's what they want.
Feminism did not want that. Black men are asking for that now. I can pull up. I have my phone in my hand. I can pull up videos on YouTube.
I researched this for like 15 years. Women want this, not the men.
Sir, there are black men actively on YouTube asking women for 50-50 relationships. There are black men actively on YouTube. I can pull up a search right now. There are men they're asking for that now.
So in your mind, what is a man's role now?
A man's role is to protect and provide.
So how has that changed in 150 years?
Because they're not doing it.
No, it doesn't matter whether they do it or not. I'm talking about their role.
Oh my God. Chaos Rain, I'm gonna ask you again. Why would we want to have kids with these men?
You don't.
What would make me want to have a baby with this guy right here?
Don't.
There's 1,000 of these men out. No, there's millions of these men out here.
Yeah.
I'm asking you, since your show was about single motherhood.
I got three kids. I got 3 kids about your age, and I got 3 grandkids, baby.
You don't know how old I am.
How old are you then?
I'm old enough to be mature to know that an adult is supposed to pay bills and supposed to make money.
You're talking about a millennial, okay?
Hold on. Before you continue, let me do this. One second. Who's this?
What's going on, everybody? It's Carl.
Okay. All right. Continue.
So the thing is, women have changed. The thing is, feminism. Go back and read the book More Than Tied to Nine. Feminism on purpose took the jobs took the breadwinning jobs away from men, took the spots in the schools away from men, gave them to women, right? And
How did
said
y'all
now,
allow that to happen?
so now women have to be breadwinners. You have to take the role of the man, baby.
How did men allow women to become the breadwinners?
How did they allow? It's called the government allowed that. Men fought that shit.
Y'all fought it?
Yes.
And y'all lost?
And we lost.
So do y'all understand right now? Y'all do more fighting on the internet over women that y'all are doing with the government right now?
That fight's over.
So y'all not gonna, if y'all are crying about it on the internet every day, why don't y'all do something about it?
Most guys, if you read just the news over the last couple of years, a lot of guys said they're out. Okay.
Wait a minute, can you say that again about the government? What you had said?
No, we passed that. If you didn't get it, you rewind. Okay, the government.
Why would somebody? Sir, are you married, sir? Do you have a wife?
Most guys said it's too much. We're out. We're not even dating no more.
Okay, so when you're talking about the government, you're talking about something that happened in 1982, 83.
And it's still happening. Okay, no, 2011.
No, it's not happening. Women are bosses now. Women are bosses. We don't need the government.
2011, 2015. Was it Me Too?
So what is still happening now?
Or basically called diversity and inclusion, right? Okay. Still happening. Ain't changed.
So what does that mean?
What does that mean? What you tell me? What does that mean?
No, I'm asking you, sir. What does that mean? Diversity and inclusion is still happening.
Give you an answer. That means you don't want to hear what I got to say.
What is wrong? Yo, Chaos Rain, I'm gonna tell you again. This is why girls don't want to have babies with these men. Who would want to put up this? Who would want to put? I know the mother of his children is not still with him. I know that. I know he's not married. Why wouldn't we want to be single mothers when there's men like this? Why wouldn't we? Who would want to live with that?
Good. Have children, whoever you can get.
We are. That's what he just played on the news clip.
Good.
Chaos Rain. I'm going to ask you again, and I need an answer as the host.
I run a ministry channel. Guys are not even protesting. I say, good, go get it, go for it.
What's your question, Amy?
What's why would women want to procreate with these men? What is the reason?
I can't say why they want to procreate. All I go through is women today.
If you can't tell me why, you can't have a show talking about
relax, Femi, relax. I'm giving it my answer, my own answer. If they didn't want to procreate with a black man, they don't have to. But here's the dilemma. They're now pushing that since this been going on for nearly almost 50 years, and we all don't like single motherhood and this, what's going on as black people. Let's keep real. Someone said we do, but we don't. That now they said foregoing the actual man, just get the sperm.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on, let me finish. I was gonna read the article, but now with everybody's panel, I might have to lay off for now. That they wrote an article on this, and usually during the article, and BJS, you missed the whole stream. I hope you go back from the beginning. I ran something that I did earlier. That I got pushback reading the article, and lo and behold, this so-called Miss Williams bitch, she went in and did a whole short segment, say, forego the man out, go get the sperm done. If you got the money, sweetie, if you especially you making a whole lot of money, why need man? Just go get the sperm.
Wait 10 years when the artificial womb comes out, take the egg and the sperm, go to the factory, produce your baby.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Okay, so why we talking about
it? That's up to the government. That's the government's problem, not ours.
And let me check. I think
who's this K person? Hey K.
It's Carl. Oh, you there, Carl? Hello? I don't know if he's ready.
You fall asleep.
All right. Well, yeah, he'll probably get ready. All right. Like I said, thank you, Marvel. Somebody wrote something. Marvel. They wrote. Congratulations.
So somebody in the chat just said choosing to raise a kid without a father is bonkers and selfish. But nobody can answer my question. Why would women choose to have kids with y'all when this is how y'all act? And I'm sure he's older than me. So he's older than me acting like that.
Can you guys
hear me? Yeah, we can.
Yeah, but your behavior has nothing to do with it, huh?
I'm asking you a question
No, no,
and
but
you
you also
won't
you're
answer.
also interrupting when I give you the answer.
And I told you I was 100% honest with you, and I
Was,
told you that I was probably going to
that your
interrupt
lack of
you.
self control? Is it not?
No, I'm doing because I want to do it
No,
because
wait,
I'm
no,
going to interrupt your points
your
because
lack
it's
of
the
self
same
control is it
rhetoric.
not?
No, I
Yeah,
can control it if I want to. If
Oh,
I literally told you that I wasn't going to do it, you should have been able to
I,
accept my honesty as an adult.
that shows your lack of knowledge. That's what it shows, but that's
No,
not my
it
fault.
doesn't show any of that.
Yes, it
So,
does.
so again,
Yes, it
why
does.
would we want to
Yes, it does.
procreate with
You
y'all when
don't.
this is the way that y'all
You
talk
don't
to
have
us?
to.
We
Good.
don't have to.
Good.
And y'all are
You
mad
should,
because we're choosing to go to sperm banks.
let's take it one further. I would suggest that you don't. Don't refer, don't do any of
So
them.
why are you on a
None of them.
panel?
Huh?
Why are you on a
Because
panel?
my name is in the title.
Okay, so your name is in the title on this subject. I think the subject is about single mothers. So if you
My
don't care
name
about
is
it, why are you up
No, no.
here?
my name is in the title.
Actually, it's beyond
If we
single
just
mothers. Is really
It says, "Let
honestly,
me tell about single
yeah,
F
yeah,
mothers."
yeah. And I put it that way because this, as you see the woman on the screen, well, not you, but earlier, that the promotion of single motherhood, where they said they didn't want to be single mothers, and I told her one particular woman that I talked to how she regret being single mother and how the struggle she go through. She's one of very few that's gonna admit it.
good for her.
And we have propaganda machines like the Grill and Miss Williams putting out this notion, but she's probably paid and she probably sick herself to have a video like that out there. Because let's be fair and honest, um, this agenda is already fulfilled. That most women, if they chose to be single, that is optional. And now they push say since we don't want to deal with men, not just black men, but men in general, we say we're just gonna go straight to the clinic and just shoot us up with the
Yeah.
and keep pushing.
Keep it pushing.
Mr.
Oh
Chaos Rain.
wait! Before I continue, I got a donation. Who's this?
Hmm.
Marvel 318 says 199 super chat. Thank you, appreciate it. All right.
Mr. Chaos Rain, I want to
Yes.
ask this question. For the
Okay.
longest time, as old as I am, I've been seeing since I was a kid. I seen black
Mm-hmm.
men running to white women. Then I seen the black women run to the Spanish women. So then I hear now men say that they don't want to get married. I also hear men say, if we are a high value man, we're going to cheat on you. If we are a low value man, we're still going to cheat on you. What I'm asking you is,
Mm-hmm.
if we have all this knowledge, right, because of the internet and TikTok, and we hear men talk and we read y'all comments and we see that y'all are childish and stuff like that, why? Because the show is about single mothers.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a single mother that had a bad experience, but I know very wealthy women that are single mothers and are fine. They're fine. They have brothers in their lives. They have fathers in their lives that come give the child, whether if it's a boy child or a girl child, the things that they need. And like I said, the people that I know are kind of wealthy, so they're able to do that. Their kids are fine. The kids are fine because they still have family support. So if there's women out there that see that and they're teaching other women that, and y'all are not doing anything to counter it, but keep telling us we don't want you, we're going overseas. How could you? We don't want to get married. We're watching. I've been watching y'all for 2 or 3 years be passport bros, and none of y'all have gotten married. None of the main people, none of y'all have gotten married. Thus proving a lot. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about single effing mothers, right? Why get married when our men are telling us that they don't want to get married? This man right here just said it's better for y'all to go overseas. And I'm literally telling you, we don't lose the motherly instinct just because y'all don't want us. We still want to be mothers. Wouldn't that be more on y'all than us?
Nope.
Y'all don't have a motherly instinct. Y'all don't have the hormones
Okay.
telling y'all that, oh, I need to have a baby. So why shame somebody for something that their body naturally tells them to do, even if it's without y'all? How is that selfish? Somebody wrote in the comments that was selfish. It would be selfish to
It
yourself not
is.
to have a
I
child.
believe it is selfish. It is selfish.
Why?
Not only to the children and then to society as a whole, because children in general need both masculine and feminine energy. So it's not about just because you can push a baby out and that makes a person a mother. Okay, any man can hump down a lady, and then whatever needs to happen is going to happen, and then the person pushes the baby out. It doesn't equate to actual like it's all debauchery. So there's no principle, there's no honor in it, to be
Carl,
quite honest.
I
Yeah.
just said that the black men said that they don't want to get married. So because you don't want to get married, right? You're telling me that the women should suppress their hormones and not have a baby because y'all don't want to get married. So then thus that means y'all
So
controlling.
so to answer your question, the men that say they don't want to get married, take your time and vet a man. Like BGS just said, take your time to vet someone that would want to get married. Just because
Honey, a
the
lot of
men
y'all
that say they
don't
don't
want to
want to
get
get married
married.
doesn't mean you still open your legs and still go
How
fucking.
many men do you know that want to get married?
Okay, so how there's how about 40%?
How many men do you know in your personal life that want to get married? That's not talking this passport bro stuff. That's not talking
My,
down on black women.
Now,
How
now
many
let,
men
let's
in
talk
your
my
about
life
my
do
getting
you
in
married.
my
know?
personal life, a
Real
bunch of
quick,
them.
real quick, BGS.
Most of them are married
This
already.
nigga.
And
Let me talk
When
to
men
Carl.
a
when men get
nigga?
married, one
What?
second.
Excuse me?
When men get
Did I
married,
call you a bitch?
BGS, one
Nigga.
second, please. One second,
Bitch?
please. One
I got
second.
I
One
gotta
second.
talk
One
to the
second.
man on the panel, Carl.
One second. When men want to get married, it's a little more than just the idea of having a wife. There is this thing that we call legacy. Okay, it is more than just having sex with a woman and then popping out some kids. It's more about legacy. So a man really has to be really focused on his purpose first, because it's not just about some cheeks and titties.
How many men do you know that's focused on their purpose?
Wait. Before we continue, who's Mojo Ego? Who's this, sir?
I don't
I
know.
think I haven't
Hey,
said.
what's up? I'm from the Discord.
Okay. All right. All right. Continue. What you said,
I
Femi?
like talking to Carl.
Okay. I don't know if you asked a question to Carl. Continue.
He was still talking.
So, like I was saying, BGS was right to some point, because now our society has been entrenched in debauchery. Okay, so that's why we have to be really careful what we're ingesting, and as far as like the music and what they're portraying women as and what they're portraying men as. We can't speak to it as a whole, because the men that do want to do that, a lot of times people don't really see them like that, because they're actually busy and focused on their purpose. Okay, so with all this back and forth of, like, bashing women, bashing men, I find it to be really carnal. Most people really actually want to build legacy, and it's not to say, fuck black women or fuck black men, because right now we're actually really the only kind of people that's really doing this to one another. We have to find a way to come in harmony with our polarity, with feminine and masculine. Okay,
How do we do that?
now the first thing we need to do is put aside the egos. That's the first thing. Remove arrogance. Secondly, we need to be really realistic with the women that's really opening their legs and really know what the fuck whoredom and whoremongering is. It's no joke. We
Carl,
really
can I
need to.
tell you a secret?
Go ahead.
The women that's opening their legs, y'all want them to open their legs. There's
Who's
women out
y'all?
there
We
that
you
don't
have to. There's
listen,
this thing
listen,
we
listen,
call
Carl,
discernment.
listen,
Go ahead.
listen. There's women out there that's not opening their legs, that don't go out, that's not twerking, that's not doing none of that. And I'm just gonna tell you, and I deal with a lot of women, just that you know my occupation. I deal with a lot of women and men. My occupation leads me to do that. And I hear a lot of stories, right? Um, there are massive amounts of women that's not opening their legs. I know women that haven't had that for a very, very long time. So those women are out there. I
Sound
feel
boring.
like that y'all focus so much on the women that are twerking, that are, very sexually explicit, that you ignore the women that are not like that. Those women they're not gonna have their boobs out. They're not gonna be wearing stuff real, that's gonna catch your eye. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not that type of woman. But they get ignored.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody want no boring ass. You know what I'm saying?
So why does she have to be born? Maybe so this is what's confusing.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean by
Wait, wait,
boring? What do
wait,
you
let me
mean?
speak. So you might see me as born in a grocery store, but once you get to know me and you take me home and you my man, I'm gonna be your freak. but you'll never know that.
Oh nah, ain't nothing boring about you, shorty. You hype tonight.
Listen. I'm
You
not
been
just
on
talking
one.
about me. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, I talk to
Oh
a lot
yeah.
of women every day. So I'm telling you, this is what. So the girl that got her cheeks out, right? Y'all gonna go talk to that girl, and when she give you the cheeks, y'all gonna 304, right? But now when I'm telling you that there's respectable women out there that's dressed right, you're telling me she's boring. Now, y'all
I
would
didn't
say
say
the
she was
same. Y'all
born.
would be mad if the girl went with a Pookie and Ray Ray because she
Hmm.
thought y'all was boring, right?
No.
So these women may even if she's boring, it's your job as the leader to excite her. So who cares if she's boring? You excite her.
Right. So that person needs to elaborate on what do you mean by boring? Because now we're gonna have to put everybody in their category where they belong. Like you just said, there's the Pookies and Ray Rays, there's the Shanaes and Shaniquas. What is it are you looking
Man,
for, fam?
I
What you
don't I
looking
don't
for?
know about y'all, but I like me a slut. So I don't
Okay.
want
You
no.
just gotta.
So keep it
So that's
100.
right. We got a Pookie in the house. Okay.
Why he gotta be a Pookie?
Pookies like sluts.
Right. That's right.
Nah,
I mean,
every man likes sluts. The thing,
No,
every
fam.
man
Speak
can't
for
get a
every man
yourself.
slut.
don't
That's
like
the
sluts.
thing, though.
Everybody, everybody
Speak for
can
yourself,
tolerate
homie.
slut though.
But before we continue,
Carl, I can hear them voices ain't in you, bruh. You need one of them
Listen.
boring. You need one of them boring girls. She talking about that be all covered up
Exactly.
in the
But
burqa.
okay. So this is what I'm saying. You see how he just talked about the music. How you trying to shame him for maybe liking a boring girl. This is why hoes is winning. Cause if he did like a boring girl and you his homeboy and you hanging around him, you gonna make him feel like he need a hoe and he ain't even like that. Then he gonna get her pregnant. Then single mom
Well, he
because
should.
you trying to
He,
make him feel
then,
bad for what
well,
he
then he
like.
got her. Well, then
I
he
ain't
got
making
her.
him feel bad. He can like what he like. I
Because he
No,
mean,
got her.
that's not that. That's what
yeah,
He
y'all
got
men
her.
do.
He
Oh,
got
you
her. If
need
he
one
got
of
her
them
pregnant, he
boring
got her then.
girls. Why couldn't you just say, "Oh, you want a traditional woman"? Why she got to be a boring girl? Ain't
And
that
they
what y'all want?
man, there ain't no
women,
traditional women, man.
left.
That don't exist. A traditional woman that hasn't existed since the
No,
1940s.
I literally. What did I just tell him? What did I just tell him? Y'all not y'all going to the club.
Nah,
Y'all going
nah.
on Bissonnette Street. Y'all going to Magic City trying to find a traditional girl.
And you know, you don't go to Magic
Nah, I'm going out there to look for a slut.
Well, we know what you looking for. You already established that. I
Mm-hmm.
know where you be at.
Mm-hmm.
You
but
probably be in the liquor house looking for
Femi,
some jiggly
but
boogies
Femi,
in the liquor house.
Femi, keep it real, man. You like
I
that,
need
right?
a
You like that.
fat,
You love
fat
that.
old ass.
You love
Big old titties.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. Fuck all
Yeah.
other, you know what I'm
Okay, so
saying?
what else is you
Yeah.
looking for after that?
Listen.
Shit, another one with a fat ass and a
Okay,
big
see, this is
titty.
what we talking
He
about.
not
Why
looking
would
to
we
get
want to have
married.
kids with them? Let's talk to Carl again, because
He don't want to have kids with you with them either. So he ain't trying to have kids.
but
Are you,
if
bro?
he's
Are
smashing
you
all
trying to have
these
kids, bro?
sluts, he's gonna be the one to have a kid.
Are you trying to have kids, bro?
He's trying to be another baby daddy on the
I ain't
list.
trying to be tied down right now, you know what I'm
See?
saying? I'm just out here. So
Man, he having fun, man. But before you continue, let me read one super chat miss. Alan Stranger with the 199 super chat. Thank you. I mean, let's
yeah,
continue.
wrap it up, fellas. Gonna be out here burning, you know what I'm saying? You don't deal with all that shit.
Yeah, you go mess around one day. You wake up, you take that leak, and it's like,
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
hope you
That
ain't in
shit is
Atlanta.
not fun.
that shit ain't fucking
See?
fun.
He's been out there. He been out there. So
Yeah.
So, Carl, can you please continue on? Okay, I heard that you said the ego. Ego is going to be something that, I mean, it's a basic human trait. Everybody has an ego. Does it? I mean, children have egos. What is it about the ego do you feel like we need to work on?
Being egotistical, prideful, and arrogant, that really needs to be put aside, and where we can get realistic on what things actually are. You
Okay,
know,
being arrogant on what? Like, what you mean?
okay. We talking about marriage. Now, that's why I kind of want to know on what level we're talking, like on
I think we
government
need to talk
wise.
at the
We
basic
talk about
level
let's
before
say
marriage.
marriage on a government level, as far as like the contract
I'm
with
sorry, I don't
the,
mean to interrupt you, Carl, because I really respect you, but we cannot talk about marriage until we talk about the
but
basic respect.
do you guys know that sex is marriage, right? right? You
When,
know,
Carl, I'm talking about
when did that
before the
happen?
sex. I'm talking about
When did that
when I'm
happen?
at the grocery store because you see me and I'm dark skinned, you won't reach this on a shelf for me because you don't have general respect for me. We have to start with respect. We can't even
You
we
consider yourself dark skinned?
black people shouldn't even be talking about relationships. Black
Is that
people
you
need
in
to
your
be talking
picture?
about Black people need to be talking
No.
about respecting in each other, men to women, women to women, men to men. We don't need to be talking about relationships. We
Why
need to
not?
be talking about the basic respect of the person standing next to you, the basic person in the car behind you. If somebody bump you in a club, why we got to get rowdy with them like they did it on purpose? We need to have basic.
okay.
Yeah.
We
Good
don't need
luck.
to be talking about relationships.
Good
That's
luck.
pointless.
Good luck.
Okay, we
Um,
can't have respect for each other. Most of these relationships aren't working out is due to the lack of
no, look,
respect.
look, I hear you because that actually starts from home too, where relatives don't show respect to one another. That we have a lack of principles and moral values. Like we say, if we're gonna have a community, it really does have to start with respect overall and respect for self. And as a man, if you respect yourself, you ain't gonna stick yourself in any kind of damn hole. Negro,
Right. Oh, he talking about you. Where the boy
Negro,
go? Where the
you
dude
you
that
bet
like
you,
the
you better
sluts at?
know what hole you dipping into.
Dipping dad.
Don't dip in
Carl, you talking
unprotected.
dirty now.
No, we can talk really like that because when a man really gets riled up, like I said, it's not like we all find attraction. Okay, I'm not gonna say I'm not. Damn, I love a woman that's like voluptuous, nice curves. But like I said, you can already put people in the categories from the way they present themselves. And like you say, respect. You can already see if a woman really respects herself by how she presents herself and how she carries herself on the streets. I'm not gonna say that we're gonna judge a book by its cover, but then, like I said, if it walks like a duck, like you going out there, your ass cheeks is clapping out. Know what I'm saying, I
Carl,
don't know,
sweetheart,
man.
sweetheart, sweetheart. Listen, I don't want to talk to you about them girls. Remember the girl I was just talking to you about at the grocery store that didn't have her titties out and didn't have her ass out, but she still looked good. Y'all not
Hmm.
talking to her.
Yeah, they are.
Y'all not talking to
Yes,
her.
Yes,
they
they
are.
are.
Y'all,
Yes,
Yes,
they
they
y'all
are.
are.
let her
Yes,
get
Yes,
her
they are.
butter. Y'all let
yes,
her
Yes, they
get her
are.
water and
Yes,
put it in the cart,
yes, they
and
are.
y'all
yes,
let
they
her
They
are.
go
are.
to her
Yes,
Yes,
they
car.
are.
they
Yes,
are.
they are.
Yes, they
So
are.
all this talk about thoughts and there's always been thoughts. When Hugh Hefner had thoughts, y'all would, I mean, I ain't saying y'all don't know how old y'all are, but the older ones, y'all was with that when Hugh Hefner had sluts. Y'all was with that when he was slutting on white girls out. There's always been sluts. Y'all had
Right.
no problem with that. I'm not talking about sluts. The dude right there, I can't read his name, but he liked the sluts. Those is for him. He not making fun of them women. There's men that like them women. So
Hmm.
quit tearing on women down when there's obviously men that like them. If y'all don't like them,
Okay, so it's
y'all need to
obviously there's
talk
men
to the
that's not a
girl
Pookie and Ray
that's
Ray
in the
too.
grocery store that's dressed respectfully. You
There,
just
there's
said
Yeah,
men.
this
that's a
is how
good
you carry
point. Why
yourself.
ain't y'all talking about them covered up women instead of the sluts?
Huh?
They be talking about,
Keep
yeah,
talking
they be
about this
talking
stuff.
about sluts, but they ain't talking about the hoes they want. The ones you talking about in the grocery store in the vegetable
Right.
section and
Why they
shit.
on your hoes? They talking about your hoes and you like them. You like them. So tell them y'all need to and like I
And
said, to each his own. Y'all
so,
ones
so,
that like hoes, y'all need to quit telling
so,
these dudes,
so, so,
yo,
is
quit talking about these women just because
so,
y'all
so
don't
is
like them.
so
We
the
like
ones
them.
that so the respectable one that's covered up with the master's degree is your wife.
I ain't say nothing about her degree. You don't know nothing about her. You just seen her
No,
in
no,
the grocery store.
that had nothing to do with what you said. Well, in other words, is that respectable woman in the grocery store all covered up is your wife?
How you gonna know if you want to talk to her?
No, no,
You
no. I'm
know
asking
you
you.
know
No,
the
no,
girl that's a slut ain't a wife. So why y'all
That's a
keep
good
talking about
question.
you're
her? Wait,
describing
wait,
her.
wait, 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 wait.
You're
You know the
describing
girl
her.
that's got
No,
her
no,
ass
no, no.
cheeks ain't no wife, but
But
you keep talking about her. But you
this is
won't question
this is
me
your
about a
girl.
woman that's
This is
covered
your
up.
girl. This is your hypothetical. It's your wife.
Yo, that's not yo. It's
Hey,
like
hey,
you listen to
Femi.
nothing. I can't talk to you.
Hey, Femi, you wanna know the
It's your
funny
wife.
thing about all this?
What's up?
The slut'll get married before the covered up bitch.
No, she won't.
Yes, she will.
He's
No,
telling
she
the
won't.
truth.
No,
How is
she
he
won't.
lying?
No, he's not. He's lying.
Why we say hoes is winning then if he not lying? You know why I like him? Because he's real. He's telling the truth. That's why I like him.
Sluts
He
get
ain't got
married
no
every
shame in
day,
his
B.
game.
Like for real, I see it every day.
He
Sluts
real.
get wiped up on the hour, bruh. Like,
Sluts fucking do get married.
Huh? Good
Sluts,
women
sluts
get
do get
married.
married because, like I
Women get
said, A lot of men
Shit,
don't
our
know what the
president
fuck
was
it is.
married to a slut.
Right.
Come on now, like me, let's be real with it. Like, ain't nobody checking for Berkovich. Like,
That's what Kevin proved during his 2 years, right? Women come up, right? Even the ones that covered up, nice girls, they might not even be that good looking. Were you proposed to at any time in your life? It always said at least 2 times. Okay, how come they didn't take the proposal?
Oh man. Pardon me. May I interject in here if you know?
Yes, go ahead, O'Shea Lance. What's up?
Appreciate you having me up here, Chaos Round. Look,
Wait, before we continue, let me knock the super chat. Thank you, pessimist.
Be just text. Okay, thank
All
you.
right, go ahead, O'Shea.
see now, and look, greetings to all others that's on the chat.
What's going on?
See, one of the reasons I came up here because she said, what about the covered women that dress respectfully that be in the supermarkets and stuff like that? See, Chaos, BGS, he hit the point I was going at. Look, if you get to talking to those women, you'll find out they had suitable men in their life. They just didn't like the options.
Yeah.
Wait, you said what they already married?
No, that's not what he said.
I said those women had suitable options in their life. They just didn't like the option that was presented.
Okay, so what? Maybe she gonna like you. What that got to do with you talking to her?
Look, it ain't got nothing to do with me.
Okay,
It's all, no, but see,
wait.
The
So
need
she
to be
could have
right
had
is
suitable
strong with
men in
this
her life, and you could have walked up to her, and you could have been the one.
Sign language is strong with this one.
Whoa! Look here. See, now you're trying to flip the.
Man.
I'm not trying to flip it. I'm being real with you.
Look,
As real as that dude just
was
that was talking. I'm being real with you. What do that got to do with her having suitable men that you feel that was suitable for her? Obviously, she didn't feel that way. How come you not going to be the one to walk up to her and be like,
what was your original statement about that woman that's covered up? What you said? Nobody's trying to marry her, right? That's what you said, right?
I didn't say that. I said y'all are not talking to them. Y'all talking to the one with the booty cheeks out, and they're complaining that they're not traditional.
Hold up.
I don't think either shorty want to get married either, for real though.
Why are we talking about marriage? Y'all ain't even made it to friendship yet. What are y'all talking about divorce for? Y'all didn't even make it to friendship.
O'Shea saying so. What you say, O'Shea?
Look here. My question, not my question. Do you actually want to have a conversation, or do you just want to sprout talking points? Because if you want to do that, then guess what? I'm gonna let you have it.
I want you to answer my question. What do that got to do with you? What do what she did?
No,
so
because
y'all mindset is keeping y'all from talking to good woman because you think that she had some. That's ridiculous.
No, see. Hold up. See there? You didn't hear what I said. You're stuck in your own talking point. Because I said that those women have had suitable men in their life. They just didn't want them.
Okay, and I said, what that got to do with you talking to her?
So my question to you is, why are you worried about all of us not talking to those women if they got suitable guys that willing to?
How do you know they got suitable guys? You didn't even say hi to her. What are you talking about?
All I hear is
you're making up a scenario in your head about a woman that you don't know.
See that?
All I hear is the cover shorty got men running in and out too.
Look, it's all talking point. It's all talking point.
So what you just say? What's your name? What you just say?
You talking to me or
nah, I heard. All I'm hearing is that the covered shorty got men running in and out too. She got all these suitable options.
Who told you that? Y'all didn't even say hi to her. How did you come to that conclusion?
How do you come to
yours? Somebody said it. Somebody said they get proposed to.
He said it. The guy.
How do you come to yours though? How do you come to yours?
What conclusion did I come to?
You can't do a lot. You said we weren't.
Listen. What conclusion did I come to? I gave y'all a scenario.
Covered up girl.
All I said, the woman that's covered up.
Covered up. We weren't approached. How do you know? How do you know?
How do I know what?
How do you know what you just said? How do you know?
Because the guy with the case said that you will be respectable. Listen, you asked me how did I know? Carl said that you're going to present yourself. He said a respectable woman presents herself respectively. He just told me that as a man. So what do you mean? How do I know? He just told me as a man that when a woman presents herself, is going to show the level of respect that she has for herself. So if I'm telling you that she's dressed respectfully, you can't put one plus one together.
She's being approached. Okay.
What?
The average woman gets times a day.
Man. So here's another thing. Here's another thing to bring it back on topic, right? You said the topic says let's talk about single motherhood. Now, BGS said something earlier that was really important. It says the children aren't being raised to be wives, or the young men also aren't being raised to be husbands.
No,
Is
they
there
raised to be partners.
instructions on the young melanated male and the young melanated female to know how to vet and how to look for a husband or a wife?
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this, Carl. Do you have a sister?
She ain't gonna answer it.
I already answered it earlier. If y'all was listening to me,
No,
I actually had
he wasn't here earlier.
Yes, I wasn't here earlier.
Okay, so Carl, I'm gonna tell you this. I had both of my parents in my life. Neither one of my parents taught me to be a wife. Neither did they teach my brother to be a husband. They focused on
That's the big disadvantage right
education.
there.
So I'm gonna ask you now, do you have a sister?
I don't have a sister.
Okay, well, in your household, was the focus on you being a husband, or was the focus on you being educated?
Education starts from home, so being a husband is part of that, a very big part of that.
So
You didn't even answer the question.
Did your parents sit down with you and have a conversation? You need to grow up to be a husband.
No, we did not.
See, that's why this is why this shit's stupid. Like nobody doing that shit no more. Nobody doing that marriage shit no more, bro. Like,
may I interject? I'm sorry.
we busting shorties open around here. We ain't doing that marriage
I'm
shit.
old enough to know that my parents did. Now, my parents did.
May I interject another question here to the lady on the panel?
Yes.
I got a question because you're saying, hold up, because it's already established those women have had suitors that they didn't want. Now, my question is, why are you worried about them not wanting men? Why are you concerned about them wanting men like the dude down there with the black cape on, with the current fraud with the black cape on? Why would they want a guy like that to say, look, he's just trying to bust them down? Why would they want that as an option?
Okay, so I'll tell you what we're talking about, because maybe you wasn't here. Me and Carl was talking about all the girls being sluts, and I explained to him all the girls not sluts. I said, and I told him that there are these type of women, and I asked him, why do y'all keep talking about sluts when there's this type of woman? So I made up a scenario for him for all of the men. So because I want to know, why is the focus on 304s and not the focus on these women that, as Carl said, when a woman dresses a certain way, you can tell the level of respect. And I told him, when women dress like that, y'all white past them. And Kermit said, we don't want no boring women. So that's why I'm asking a question. Y'all are focusing on, these women ain't traditional. When if y'all see a woman that's dressed respectably, you don't know nothing about her. Go up to her and ask her, but y'all not going to ask her because you can't see her titties. You're not going to ask her because you can't see her ass, but all in the same time, you want a traditional woman. It's not making any sense.
Let me reiterate the point that I just made, because I heard all that. The point, here it is. You are putting, it seems as though you are putting those women in harm's way by wanting a guy like Kermit with the hood on to go
I don't know what they want.
No,
you don't know
hold
what they want.
on. Whoa.
What are you talking about? I never said that.
One second, let
him
finish.
wait. Put him in harm's way.
Let him finish. We listen to you. Go ahead.
You done made me into some kind of villain. Like, goddamn, I ain't hurting nobody, bro.
Goddamn, my dude.
You real? You're not the villain, bro.
They getting at you, man. This is your first time.
Go ahead, finish. Go ahead and finish, brother.
Yeah, but
going back, because see, look, it's not. It's not. Look, I'm not saying he's actually that dude, because right now the thing that he just said, he's representing a certain mindset. Then I'm like, why would you even want that mindset of that dude to walk up and talk to a woman like that?
Okay.
Why would you want her to do that? Why would you want her to? Why?
I didn't. Okay. First of all, I'm confused because we know nothing about this woman. All we know about her is that she's dressed respectfully. Y'all are sitting up there putting niggas on her. Y'all sitting up there saying she got pseudo. Y'all don't know nothing about her.
How do you know she's not being approached?
Oh my God.
How do you know?
Oh my
ain't
God.
no she ain't approaching. How you know she ain't choosing up on a nigga?
She's not being approached. How do you know? How do you know?
Did you
How do
approach
you
a
know
woman
she
like
wasn't
that?
approaching the vegetable aisle
or
the canned goods aisle? How do you
Have
know?
any of y'all approached a respectable?
Yes.
I know Kermit didn't.
Yes.
Have any of y'all?
I'm gonna tell you, I've been approached by them.
Yeah, yeah, true.
I'm not asking you that, Carl. I'm asking these men on the panel, Carl.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
I'm sorry, Carl. Have you approached a respectfully dressed woman in a grocery store or a doctor's
Not
office?
necessarily a grocery store, but yeah.
Okay, was it nice?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to Chaos Rain. Have you
Yes.
approached a respectably dressed woman in a grocery store?
It's not my forte, but I would say yeah.
Why is it the grocery store specifically? Can it be the coffee shop too? I mean,
I mean, it
like
could be wherever. It could be. It could be. I was just thinking of somewhere where somebody
all
could
the
be.
good women in the grocery store, apparently.
No. Let's be
If
honest.
you
They
dress
do
up as
be in the
real
If you
grocery
want to
smart on
find
the
a good
store.
woman, go to church.
go to
They're,
go
they're
to
the
go to the
biggest.
Whoa,
bookstore.
I
Oh,
don't
nah,
know.
They're the
don't
biggest
do
I
slut.
don't
that,
know.
bro.
I don't know about all that.
Yes, they dress good and
Go
they will
go to
fuck
Whole
your brains out.
Foods.
Man, I was
So can
busting
I
down
ask
the
another
show that she was in the
question?
church every Sunday,
Right,
bro. Like,
man.
Every
I don't know
Sunday, you know
about
what I'm
all that.
saying?
Every
They give
Sunday.
up some good.
you
Oh,
already know.
those girls are the worst. Yeah.
So let me
So
ask another question. I'm the
I have
only
another
girl on the
point.
panel, right? And it seems like y'all not looking at Kermit favorably.
Why?
Why are y'all men on the? And I'm not. I just told you for me you the realest, but apparently, like you said, they making you out to be some type of villain because you want to.
No, we
You
not.
were very open about your decisions. If y'all feel like there's something wrong with that, as
Hey,
his
look,
elders,
I just know what I want. Like, I don't want no covered up burqa bitch. Nah, I want a shoulder that's down.
Down the
You
front.
know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You know.
Right.
What do you want?
Yeah.
Wait a
so
minute.
why do y'all
Hold
paint
on.
him as a
Wait,
villain? Because that's what he
before you
wants.
continue,
He's not a villain.
wait,
He's not a villain.
Let me. I'm sorry. May I interject once again?
before you interject, Beaches, you see the back?
Okay, I'm sorry.
You saw the message the
Huh?
back? You
Say
see
what?
the message the back. Read the back.
Back chat. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Wait, somebody leave it super chat.
Okay, I'll share it for you.
So to the chaos, but Beaches, am I tripping? Or does this sound familiar?
Oh, let me put a
The
nice little
first
title on this
right
one.
to refusal agreement you present years ago. Oh, that's actually the question. And thank you for the $5 super chat, DJ Nap. I think that's it.
Man, let me tell you what
Question-
happened. Since it came to me. All right, so let me tell you what I was doing right before I came up on this panel. Right, pulled up on the show. You know what I'm saying? I had to lick, the damn bottle on me. Put up in the driveway. We chilling, talking in the car, chopping it up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And then one thing led to another. We just.
Yeah.
I'm busting it wide open. That's usually how shit just goes. We just be on some chill shit. Nobody out here talking about, hey, um, so do you believe in marriage? You want kids?
How many?
Do you go to church every Sunday? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Nah, we talking about, hey, pull up with that bottle. Let's smoke a little sun, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay,
Let's
yeah, yeah.
chill. And that's what it is. That's
And
all it is. That's all
Okay,
it
how
is
y'all
out
men
here.
feel about
but
that?
Moja
Hey,
Ego,
may,
you know one thing, she really does bust a wide open for a real nigga. It's like spread open. Don't
may
don't
I
don't 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 hold the thing. Spread it open, female.
He
look?
catch her on the right night. It could
Look,
be her.
let me interject again, because she
Yeah.
asked a question. She said, "Why are we making Ego out to be this bad guy?" First of all, he's coming on here with a Sith Lord avatar. So that's one thing. And number two, the things that are coming out of his mouth, are you for them? Because look, by the way you sounding like he should not be a good choice for that covered woman that's respectable.
He don't want her anyway.
No,
So
he isn't. You're right. He isn't. He's a
you're
good choice
making
for the girls that's thoughts. He's a good
you
choice for them.
I'm a
so
good
you're making
choice for any woman that want me. It can be the covered woman too. I've had them too. I've had the church girls. Like, I don't see what we talking about for real. Like,
Glorilla talk about these type of dudes.
So, but
Did
That's the
Grill
kids
say
that get aborted
that
when they get knocked up.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's his fault. It's Jermaine's fault after that. Though.
so why aren't y'all trying to make him to be better if y'all feel that what he's doing is not right? Why
Because
aren't y'all talking?
because we got women of your ilk busting the wide
What
open.
that got to do with it? We're not talking about women.
And,
We're talking
and
about y'all as elder men.
you
If
can't.
y'all not favorable of
How
what
do you
he's
get rid of
doing, and we're
ants?
on
How do
this
you get rid?
panel
How do you
right
get rid of
now.
ants?
See, I can't talk to you. I got to talk to
How do you get
Carl.
rid of the ants?
I got a question.
Don't feed them, right?
Exactly. I'm going to say, look, it's not that. Look here. It's not very
Dr.
much.
Umar just said that y'all supposed to help each other out. And y'all
Yeah,
supposed to
hold up,
talk about
hold
women.
up. I got a
Umar.
question. Here's the thing. And going back to what BGS said,
and
look,
Umar's my boy.
why should he listen to us other men
Yeah.
when the women are rewarding him
Yes.
for his behavior?
Why you keep talking about women? I'm asking you as a man.
Because
No,
We
that's
not,
why.
ain't none of them
That's
women
why.
with us here right now.
we're
If them
making
women
rules
was
now.
here,
Okay.
I would talk to them. If them women was here, I say, why you slutting yourself out?
Exactly.
They not here. Y'all
They're not
here
here.
right now with him. So I'm asking y'all as men, why don't y'all school him? Because y'all hear is the younger men saying the elders failed us. So y'all here right now with
No,
him
he didn't say
to
that.
teach him something.
He didn't say
and y'all
that.
not.
He didn't say that. He didn't say
Teach
that.
him what?
He
Teach
didn't
him
say
what?
that, but y'all know what the
say
younger
that.
ones say about y'all.
As
They
long
be like, the older ones dropped the
as
ball.
long
The
as
older ones dropped the ball.
as long as he's
Okay,
out
you're
there,
avoiding the question. I'm asking
I'm
you.
not.
It's simple. Why
I'm
aren't
not
y'all not
avoiding the
doing
question
that with him?
because it does no good.
Hold on. Let me
Why
say
do you
this.
think that?
Let me say this.
It's
I'm
just
sorry.
like to get rid of ants. If you don't clean up the mess,
Damn, now you turning against me. What's wrong with me?
Ain't nothing wrong with you.
What we talking about?
Exactly. See,
Not-
look, this a whole bunch of confusion she's talking. That
Yeah,
stuff
she is.
How is it
that don't make,
confusing?
it
What are
don't
you
Yeah,
make
she's
any
confused
overstepped
sense.
about?
now.
It don't
She's
make
all over
any
the
sense
place.
whatsoever.
She's all over the place.
Guess what?
What
Either
am
you
I
for
saying that's
look,
confusing you,
hey,
sir?
look at
All
me,
over the
look,
place.
miss. Either you for his behavior or you're against it.
Wait a minute, sir. So since you're confused, I'm
Are you
gonna
for
say
it
this
again?
again. I'm gonna try to say it like he
Are
said.
you
Say
for
the
it against it?
ABCs.
Are you for it against
I am not for his behavior because I'm not that type of woman. But there are women out there that love
Hey,
men like
nah.
him.
Let's keep it
Listen, you're
real
not
now.
listening. You're
Let's
not
keep it
listening.
real.
He was giggling
Let's keep it
earlier.
real. You got somebody you call it 3 a.m. You already know.
Listen.
Let's
He
not
got
play.
women that like him.
He does.
I don't want no. I like a person like Carl. I don't like him. I don't like no man like him.
You got somebody. You send that. Hey, pull up
Yeah.
text. That's
Pull
all.
up. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just pull up.
She got the hot number.
Okay. So
She got the
I'm
hot
not
number.
saying that I agree with his behavior, but if I was a different type of woman, I would.
No,
Why keep shaming these women or men like them? There's
wrong
somebody for
night, bro. That's all
everybody.
it is.
Let
Just the
them
wrong night.
ride off in the sunset together. If that's not
Wait
y'all
for
style.
the full moon, man. Okay.
See,
Are y'all
look,
listening?
I'm
we
listening.
we hear you, but guess what? You're really not saying that much.
I think.
So what are
That's
you?
the problem.
So Carmen, do you understand what I'm saying?
Nope.
Yeah, I do. Like some,
Could you
but I
explain it
think
to
you
them
looking
for
at
me,
it from the
please?
wrong perspective. I think niggas is looking for a woman that don't really exist no more like that.
Yeah.
So
There
niggas
exists.
come online and start talking.
She says
There
most
exists.
women like that kind of chick. That's what she's trying to say.
No,
Okay, so
there
I'm
exists.
saying y'all keep shaming women that's like that when there's men out there that like that. Leave them women alone. Y'all ain't got to chastise them every chance y'all get
It's
because
too many of
they
them out
like
there.
it.
I get that too. Yeah,
But
Okay,
hold up. Let me ask
so
you another.
when I'm telling
'cause
y'all, why
I
aren't
mean,
y'all
like,
focused on the women that's not
hey,
like that?
why complain about the shorties that's putting it out there? Like, I don't.
I got a question for you. To the sister on the. I have a question. Wait a minute. See, now you can't have it both ways. Either the guys are trying to talk to these women or they're not.
Yo, what are you talking about? I can't have it both ways. Every man is not the same. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
Either
Every
they
man
trying
is
to.
not the
This chick
same.
is hilarious,
It
bro.
is
Listen.
hilarious. She's
This
hilarious.
man just said,
Hey,
I don't want no
hey, are you
boy.
paying her, Chaos? What?
Listen.
Are you paying her?
Listen, and Carmen, they act like they don't get what you're saying. They're acting like they don't
She
comprehend
can't be
it. And
real.
again, I
She
would
can't
ask
be
the
real.
question,
She
why would
can't
we
be
want to
real.
have kids with men that don't comprehend so our children could come out like that?
What was the answer? Is you shouldn't.
Yeah, we shouldn't have no kids with men that act like they can't. Because Carmen can comprehend. Y'all keep slick throwing him under the bus, but he's
No,
comprehending
you
more than
know
what
why?
y'all can.
You know why? I ain't interrupted part. You know why Kermit can comprehend? Because he's the kind of dude that you fall for. Just
He's
go
the
ahead
kind
and
of
say
dude that
that.
I what?
He's the kind of dude that you fall for.
No, I
That's
don't.
what it
I
is.
literally just said I don't like
Got the
men
yak
like
and the
him.
doobie.
Well,
I
then
literally just said I
why
like
you
men like Carl.
then
I
why you
literally just said that.
look why you
Like
keep
who?
hold up
Carl.
why you
That's why I
keep
can
trying
respect him.
Like Carl?
I
What did
got a
Carl say?
question.
What did
No,
Carl say, or what did how
Carl
did
ain't
he
spoken in a
present
minute.
himself?
Coral.
Coral?
Huh?
What's up?
Coral.
Don't be talking about my accent.
may I ask
What
another
part
question?
you from, girl?
I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
May I ask
They
another
Oh,
could
I,
hear
question?
well, I
it.
remember a girl from Pittsburgh. Man, she had the lips on her. Anyway,
And
Okay.
I got the lips on me.
ooh, I
Look,
like
let,
you already.
let, let,
I like you.
God, oh, uh, boy.
Ah,
Oh,
vision of sugar plums dancing in my head.
hey, Dark Kermit. You look here. Look. No funny stuff. But you the man. You got them smiling, bro. You the man. So
Yeah.
they just talking this stuff. They just talking this stuff, man. They ain't really that. She ain't really that serious about what she talking about.
Nah,
No,
she's
I
not.
am
Cause
serious. I'm
guess
being
what? Hold up.
No,
serious.
you're
So
not.
one minute she dissing on you. The next minute she protecting you.
I'm not dissing on nobody. I'm not. Herman is his own man.
Just
If that's
one
what he
minute.
like to do,
Yeah, she
that's what he
protecting
like
him
to
now.
do.
One
I don't
minute
have
you
to.
did
I
it.
don't have to.
The
I can
next
choose
minute.
not to be with a man. Like, ain't that
Yeah,
what y'all say?
it depends on the night, huh?
Hey, real recognize real. I feel it.
Hey,
And just because I can recognize him for who he is, that don't mean that
uh,
I would date him.
But
hey,
you from
He be my
Pittsburgh though.
that
hey,
be my
hey,
homeboy.
But you
That
from
be
hey,
my
Pittsburgh though.
homeboy. But I
why is he
wouldn't
even?
date him, and
Why
that's
is
no
he?
But you from
disrespect.
Pittsburgh
Hey,
though.
I got a question. Another question. Why is a man even like that your homeboy?
Cause he's 100% real. He's honest.
Hey,
He don't
chaos.
come up
Hey,
here shy.
hey,
He got confidence.
hey, chaos. Look here.
Yes.
I appreciate you having me up here, but I gotta go. I can't do this.
He can't
I
handle
can't
it.
do this.
No, we can't.
He
Hey,
can't
hey,
handle a person
hey,
being
get your
100% real.
passport. Get your
Carmen, you
passport.
know what? They see what the real
Get
thing
Yeah.
your
is. They don't like
passport.
men like you. They don't like men
Get
that can
your
bust it down
passport.
like
No,
that
he's
because they don't
fine.
know how to do that.
No,
They ain't never
he's
been known how
fine.
to do that.
It's fine.
So they don't like you. They trying to diss you because you got the confidence, and that's what they don't understand. That's the
Get
difference
your
between you and
passport.
them. Why
I
would I
mean, it
have you
ain't
as my
nothing really
homeboy?
to hate on. Like I've
Right.
always just been me for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I mean, like I kind of get that from a certain extent. I've experienced like that kind of jealousy from niggas my whole life, kind of. But like I'll tell brothers, like, look, just be yourself, be who you is, and be comfortable with who you is. I'm comfortable with who I am, and I know what I want. And I'm straight up with it. Like I don't front with these shorty. Look, I ain't looking for nothing serious. And I don't have to lie about that type of shit. So
She says yes or she says no.
yeah, yeah, for real.
Okay, so you see how honest that is.
Yeah.
Like I said, the man he couldn't handle it. He keep asking me why this with you or why that with you. I might not agree with your lifestyle, but that mean you a bad person because I don't agree with your lifestyle? I don't know nothing
He
else
never
about
called him
you.
a bad person.
You
He
could
never
you
called him
could
a bad
you could
person.
be serving homeless people every Saturday. We don't know nothing about you. Just
Oh
because
boy.
you making a choice,
And,
why was he trying
and the
to make
covered
you
up
out to
chick
be
in the
like
grocery
that?
store could be a slut. We don't know.
Well, you will never
Shit,
know because
if you
you
know,
too
like I
scared to
know.
talk to her.
Yeah, I know. I
See,
know.
the thing is,
I've been there.
Carmen
I've
ain't
been there
scared to
too.
talk to her.
Hey, those are normally the ones.
But you'll never know. But guess who's gonna know? Carmen's gonna know. You're not gonna know. Because
Yeah.
you're already assuming all
Damn.
this shit in your head.
No,
Carmen
Well, you
not
know
worried
what he
about none of
how do you
know.
that.
know what's in my head?
Carmen not worried about that. He ain't worried about,
How do you
oh,
know what's in
she
my
got a
head?
whole list of
How do you know
guys
what's in
that
my
she
head?
rejected.
How do you
He's
know
not
what's in
worried
my
about
head?
that. He
How do you
gonna
know what's
walk
in
right
my
up to
head?
her.
How do you know what's
Fuck
in
them
my head?
niggas. I'm me.
How do you know what's
And
in
that's
my
why
head?
they get the girl and
I
y'all
know what's
be
in my
mad.
head.
Ain't that right, Kermit?
Yeah, all you gotta do is walk up to the show. That's all you gotta do. If
That's
You
after you.
not
I
worried
don't
about it.
I
She
don't
had a
like.
whole
Here's
list
my
of
thing though
dudes
about
that
that whole
she
marriage shit niggas be talking about, right? How do you walk up to a bitch and be like, "I want marriage"? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does that conversation even start?
It doesn't start that way.
But that's why I
Right.
said we don't even need to be talking about that. We need to be talking about friendship and
Like,
respect.
how would you know?
You talk
Usually,
about
like, I don't
that's
know.
where it started. Marriage with having kids out of wedlock, all that kind of stuff. That's what we're talking about, right? That's marriage, right? That's the whole point of the whole video.
Hey, Carl. Carl, you sleep?
He is
Carl.
now. You put him to sleep.
Carl, wake up,
Can
Carl.
you guys couldn't hear me?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
entertain
here.
you.
Okay.
Anyhow,
Yeah, I just wanted
Okay.
to know where you was at.
I'm here. I was listening.
Okay. You
Like
you
we were
got
saying,
anything else to say,
the
Carl?
being covered up was just one attribute. That was not the whole thing that we're gonna look at. So, like the other gentleman just said, what's his name? Kermit. I don't know if that's what his name is. Um,
Sorry.
you were right too. So the woman can be covered up and still be, doing whatever they do on the low. So it is important to vet. And another thing about that I want to bring up is monogamy. Okay, so if you like another,
Shit.
look, sex is meant to be enjoyed, but realistically, you really do got to be careful what you dip it into out there. Like I said, every man, you got the free will to choose whatever the fuck you do, man. You do whatever you choose to do. It's not about being real or someone being nonchalant or someone being phony or jealous. It's like, yo, you choose, just keep it real with what you choose to do. And like the lady said, hey, you keep it a buck so you know what you're getting yourself into. And that's why, like when I mentioned that F and girl, that is literally the kind of songs that's legit what that song is about. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
Okay.
Come on, Glorilla.
Yes.
She look a little slow, but
No, look,
I do,
we talk about the concept. We talk about
You
the
still
I could
concept
do
banging.
it.
of the song. The concept of the song. That's what that song is about. Okay. So to talk about the single mother shit, and we know a lot of those females in that video, one of them was pregnant and the other one was holding a fucking baby. That's
Carl,
the scary shit.
what's your age range?
What do you mean, my age range? How?
Are you in your 20s or your 30s?
No, I'm 35.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
when we talk about people like Glorilla and stuff, I think they're in their early 20s. And we got to understand those people that are in their early 20s and celebrities, their mindset is really messed up. Number one, they got the what y'all call it, the monster, the media, whatever it's called. They got people controlling them for them to do stuff like that because they know they're going to make money.
Right.
So
And they're
people like,
influencing a lot of young minds.
yes, that's the word. So there are going to be women like that because what can we I don't watch television, and I was never allowed to do it as a child. My dad didn't allow us to do it, so I don't understand how people could, their mind could be so engulfed in a person that they think that they should act like them. I don't understand why every girl is twerking on the internet. I don't understand why girls are doing the things that they're doing because I wasn't allowed to watch certain things. That does have uh I think it does show a lack of respect, but these people are under mind control. So there's going to be a certain amount of women that don't even understand what respect for themselves is.
Right.
Just as the men with the gangs, and you were very correct when you were talking about the music. I don't listen to that music either because it's poison to the mind. So we as adults, we're going to have to understand there's just going to be a group of us that are just lost. Like these kids is lost. And we can try to fix them, but these kids, their brain is mush. I mean, the food that they feeding us and all that. So when we talk about Glorilla and stuff, it's kind of like there's nothing we could do to help that because if somebody was paying them $1 million to twerk, they're going to do it. They're,
Right. But
they're going to do it.
I mentioned it not to even mention Glorilla herself, so we don't even have to say her name again. I'm talking about the message that the kind of the music is sending.
We can't help
Okay.
it because they're getting paid
Right.
millions
I
of
know we
dollars.
can't help it. So now going back to the topic of single motherhood, I would say like to the men, it's really important that you're careful where you plant your seed. All right. Now we talk about fulfilling the lust of your flesh, how you can't wait to get it off, fam. Pussy come a dime a dozen. All right. The real strength comes with how much pussy you can deny yourself because you can really use your energy for something. You really
That's what I'm saying.
look, man,
Make sure they show they got money first, cause damn, you don't want to be knocking
look,
on no broke
no,
bitch. That shit.
look,
not
man,
even money. Make sure the woman got her mind right.
Why
look,
can't
man.
y'all just wear condoms?
May I interject? May I
Yeah, go
interject?
ahead, go, O'Shea.
Hey, Kate, I like what you're talking, bro. I like what you're talking. But now, let me, hang it, I just forgot my thought. But, I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm coughing in the mic. Give me a second here. Excuse me. Now, you just said something that I fundamentally disagree with. She did, the lady on the panel. She said, "Yeah, wouldn't you? Yeah, they paying these women all this money to do this and all of that." And then you said the words, "Well, they don't have a choice." Yes, they do have a choice. There's always a choice. They
Okay,
don't
so
have
if
to.
you grew up
They
in
don't have to
poverty
do
and
it.
somebody offered you $30 million to twerk, is you going to take the $30 million and twerk?
Hell no.
All right. I believe you, but everybody's answer is not going to be that. Some
We're
people
not
Right.
had
talking.
Yeah,
way
that's some
worse
wild
childhoods
shit,
than
bro.
me.
Miss,
What you
miss,
say?
hold up, miss. No, that's not the point. No, that is not what you said. You said they don't have a choice. Yes, they
Okay,
do.
sir. I'm saying once they sign these contracts, they don't have a choice. They don't. It's in their contract. I
Well,
guess
don't
they
sign
get
the
sued or
contract.
something.
Don't sign the contract if it doesn't suit. What
But
you know
sir,
what?
what I'm asking you is, most of these people that I don't know any celebrity that like had a silver spoon in their mouth that could deny that. There are singers out there that sing songs, and there are people out there that rap that don't cuss. Nobody's listening to them. There's
Hmm.
thousands of songs or millions of songs on Spotify. There are people like that.
My whole thing is, regardless of whatever you think about it, like Glorilla ain't got no problem getting a nigga.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
Like I said, I
so
don't know
she
why
got
we're
the
mentioning
money and the
Connecticut.
nigga.
We're talking about the message in the music. So not to
Okay,
get
so the
lost.
message in the music is leading women to be promiscuous. I agree with that.
Right. And then we're talking about single motherhood. We're talking about single motherhood. We're talking about women and men that's just fucking. And then now we're talking about, okay, well, why is there no father? Where's the mother? Where's this? Well, that's a big part of it. That's a big part of it. Like I said, men, if you're gonna have children, like I said, children are actually part of your riches. I'm not saying as possession wise, that is an extension of you. It's part of your legacy. So you really have to be careful who you have children with. And on women's part, since you really have to go through much more of the pain, you really have to be careful who you open your legs to.
So, Carl, why can't men just wear condoms?
oh, good gracious.
Carl, I don't
I
know
can't.
where you live, but
I,
I lived
I
in
can't. I
Atlanta
can't
for.
answer. I can't answer that question for every man. But I know for myself. Yes, you can wear condoms to be safe tonight, but it's not really natural. Sex
But
is
I lived in Atlanta for a long, 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 long time, and I don't know if you know about Atlanta, but there's a lot of diseases floating around. So
right
even out of
because
respect for
of
yourself,
so
why
if the
wouldn't
so,
you wear a protection? Just not even about a child. Even if you want to make the child come secondary, why
Yeah, I
aren't
ain't
you
raw
having
shit when
respect
I
for
was out in
yourself?
Atlanta. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on in Atlanta.
yeah,
I had to get out of there.
that's something that's been going on for a long time. I can't answer that. All right. All I can answer is for men to be there for their children. So, as a father, if you have a daughter, you need to teach and train your daughter, and then also vet for your daughter for a husband. It's the same for the sons. If you have a son, you got to
what
teach your son how to pick a wife. That's
what's
that's all I'm
stopping men
saying.
from what's stopping men from doing that though? Like if you got a jit out here, let's go see the jit. Like like
Oh, I like it. Oh,
What?
I
Hey,
like him.
hey, yeah, Cameron, I got another question for you. I have a question for you. Did it seem like I was making you out to be the bad guy?
I don't even know, man. It seemed like it was some kind of like I was being used as an example type shit, but like I don't know. I know chaos from the damn Discord and shit, so I just popped up here. So I ain't really. I just came in the conversation. It ain't. I don't know.
No,
Look,
if you feel like you was disrespected, you tell that man. Don't be disrespecting
no,
me.
No, it wasn't
no,
like disrespect. It was like it seemed like I was being used as like an archetype or some shit. Well, I don't know.
you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I was because you know why I did that? Because the way when she came in talking what she's talking, and then when you came in saying what you were saying, you represent that archetype that a lot of women say start complaining about. Because they say because when they get to complaining, they say the
Oh
archetype
man,
is dealing with,
that's what. Hey,
and
look,
it's not.
bitches. Like, look,
Go
bitches
ahead.
just be talking, bro. Don't even worry about that shit for real.
I see. Look, listen to me. I was just look. I was just sitting up to. I was sitting up there showing her
You
inconsistency
feel me? Like,
and the
Shorty's gonna
hypocrisy.
run their mouth regardless, bro. You gotta ignore that
Look,
shit.
look. I know that. I was just look. I know that. I was just trying. I was just trying to see how real she was. She ain't that real.
No, Carmen, do you think I'm real?
Yeah, you seem solid. We could kick it. You
That,
know what I'm saying?
so just like he said, we could kick it. Me and him got the same mutual understanding. We like I could respect him as the man that he is, but he don't have to be the man for me. I don't have to be the girl for him. I'm gonna be covered up. We can still kick it cool, but I'm not going to be the girl from him. Why, as black people, can't we have respect for? I don't have to have respect for his lifestyle to respect him. He's not. He's not. He's not a rude person. You know what I'm saying? He ain't did nothing wrong. So you're telling me because that I should feel a different type of way? Like, who is you to tell me how to feel about somebody? I didn't say I'm trying to get pregnant by him. I said he cool. I can smoke
Yeah,
a
that
blunt
is
with him.
true. It's like black people, we can be like real judgmental sometimes. Like that's some crazy shit to me.
Wait a minute.
Now I'm
Bro,
not real because I said you cool. Like,
no,
that's
bro. Hey,
crazy.
look, Kermit. She the one that judged you. Cause she said she the one that judged you. That's the whole point of
So me telling him I don't agree with his lifestyle is me judging him. I don't even have to tell him that. If I met him in real life, that would be none of my business. We shouldn't even be talking about his sex life if I met him in real life. If I met him on somewhere else and he was just talking to me cool, I wouldn't even know nothing about that. So I'm supposed to judge him? That's crazy.
Right, but that's why, when we started the conversation, that's why I said to put, the egos to the side so we can have a difficult discussion, where we're going to talk about things that are real. I'm pretty sure, debauchery didn't start with Kermit and it's not going to end with him. It didn't start with us because I've been there. I had to learn the hard way myself at times. So it's not judgmental on everyone. It's everyone taking accountability. Okay, so it's not to bring anyone down or to bring anyone up. It is what it is.
Look, see, I have no particular issue with Kermit himself. I have no particular. Hey, look, I have no particular issue. I was just bringing out. The elephant in the room. She's complaining.
You're trying to call me hypocritical. That's what you're trying to say.
That's exactly what it is.
How am I being hypocritical?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I don't see that. I want to know that too.
Guess what? Either those men with that archetype should not even have access to women, or
he don't got access to me. We would just be cool.
What you talk now? You hating, bro? For real?
No,
you said I can't get no.
No,
what?
Look. According to her, because they're the one that's complaining about your behavior.
I didn't. What?
Guess what?
I ain't hear her complaining about nothing.
I literally said there's women out there for him. Why are y'all shaming him? I didn't complain about anything to him.
Guess what? It's so much to the point where she told the rest of us guys, we need to get you in check.
No, I said if y'all have an issue with his behavior because he said y'all was making him out to be the villain. I said if y'all have an issue with his behavior, why ain't y'all talking to him? I didn't say nothing about me. I said y'all the one who kept saying something about him, not me. I said let him do what he do with the girls that he choose to do it with, and quit talking about the girls.
But damn, the way they talking, I shouldn't be getting no bitches. But like, I can't help it if they be feeling me, bro. Like,
that's
a wild shit.
I ain't got no issue with you. I'm just but then she asked the question, why don't you walk up to that woman in that grocery store that's dressed respectfully?
Who, me?
Because that's not his type.
But
she can't be. I mean, that shit. I mean, she got to. Hey, look. If that ass is popping in that dress, I'm walking up to her too. I mean,
I was really asking Carl and Chaos that, like, I wasn't intentionally asking him because he had already told us when he got on a panel what type of woman he liked. So he kind of probably knew I wasn't talking to him. He already expressed, like, I followed the whole conversation. I think you missed bits and pieces. I didn't expect him to talk to that woman because he came and said, I want a girl that got her titties out, her ass out. Now, he's not saying that he wouldn't talk to her, but if he already let us know his type, I'm talking to Carl and Chaos. I'm asking them, why is we so focused on these thought girls when there's women that's not like that? Quit making every single show about thoughts. Every single show is about thoughts. Every single show is about 3
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, they should talk about their type if that's what they're looking for, basically.
But Carl,
I can vibe with that. Yeah.
Carl and Chaos didn't say they wouldn't walk up to that woman with that respectably dressed woman either. They didn't say that. They didn't
answer the question.
Yeah, but like, listen, let me translate for her. Like, basically, what she's saying is, like, niggas don't like sluts, right? So why is niggas always talking about sluts? I can agree with that. Like, I get what she's saying.
Hey, how about this?
Here's the angle. So
how about this? why don't those women who don't want to hear that? Why would you go in spaces where they talking about that?
Why are y'all talking about it though?
But that deflects from the point of why is niggas talking about.
No, guess what? We could talk, but men can talk about what they want to talk about. Women can talk about what they
Why
want
are
to talk
you
about.
so
If
Carl
you
had
don't
said
want to hear
something
it,
earlier
I
about a
think,
man.
yeah, and that goes to another point. Like, dudes not really focusing on the woman that they do want. They focus on the women they don't want. That still goes to the point of the grocery store
That,
shit, where she's like,
that's not the
y'all
topic. We're
ain't
talking
walking
about
up to the chick in the grocery store that's covered up. You focus on the slut too.
the
And y'all
slut
keep
being a
trying to
big part
change.
of single
Y'all trying to
motherhood.
change
You
sluts
see,
and
the
try
topic
to
was
do all
single
this, and y'all ain't
motherhood,
got to
fam.
do that.
You know
But
the
the
topic is
cover,
single motherhood, right?
cover chick might not be a single mother. So if she's not a single mother, what does it matter?
But Carmen, what I'm trying to tell them, they're not even walking up to these women to find out her name. They just assumed all this stuff about her before they
N-
even said,
Yeah, and
"Hey."
they ain't talking about them on panels either. They talking about the sluts.
who's
Right.
not walking? Who's not walking up to her?
Apparently y'all not, because all y'all talking about is sluts.
Well, right now we're just assuming and projecting. So
That's
Hey, y'all,
I,
y'all
I
ever
don't, I
heard of
don't, I don't see the
mode
point.
one? You got to go mode one on them.
yeah. I know. What's the name? The guy
I don't know
died.
what that means.
I bought the book. Yeah, I like that too. Alan Roger Carey.
Yeah, he kept it real. You gotta let your intentions be known.
Exactly.
All
Okay, so
right, all
basically
right.
what I'm saying, I just want all the rhetoric about every single channel I go to is 304s, 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 304s. There's going to be women like that. We're never going to eliminate those women. Those type of women will be around until the end of time, because there just will, just like there'll be a certain type of man that's going to be around to the end of time.
That's
There's
true.
still people out there trying to be gangsters, and that was in the
Yeah,
70s. So
but ain't
there's
nobody
always
talking
going to be
about
those
Amish
women,
bitches.
huh?
I got a
Where the
question.
videos about the Amish bitches?
Yeah, where
They,
the
they, they
videos
got
about
nothing to do
them?
with us. They got nothing to do with us. They got nothing to do with melanated or
Okay,
Aboriginal
so
people. They
so
got nothing to do
okay,
with
I
us.
got a video on my channel, right? That I went to the Shrine of the Black Madonna in Houston. They got one in Atlanta, but I went to the one down here. These are the women that y'all say they want. Y'all, they vegans, they natural hair, they're sweet, they don't have no ego. And guess who wasn't there? There wasn't no men there. It was a bunch of women. So y'all are acting like these women are not out here. Y'all acting like that. Y'all don't care about those women. Y'all care more about dragging girls that twerk. You're not, like
Hey,
he said, you're not focused on those women that are out there. There's a community center right up the street from me. They do stuff for the community. They feed the community. They do all that. There's a bunch of women up there. Why ain't y'all up there? Not only y'all not up there helping the community, y'all not up there meeting no women that's
But
covered up, that's
why
respectable. Y'all
why
not there.
why are
Y'all
you
know where
trying to?
y'all at? Y'all on YouTube talking about thighs. That's where
I
hey,
got
y'all at.
chaos.
I got a
Yes.
question for you.
Good.
Yeah. So here's my question. I think I can sum all this up. Like, so like, let's say you out and about, you chilling, you walk around the mall or something. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Nicki Minaj in her prime walk up to you. You turning her down?
If she don't got the fake booty, yeah, I'll smash.
That's what I said. That's what.
But I got a
Ain't
question.
nobody turning
Hey, hey,
down.
hey, hey, let's be real.
Okay, so then quit talking about women then if y'all
Even
not gonna turn it down. So
Who,
so
as a woman,
even
who are
women
you to
that
tell men what they should and shouldn't talk about? That ain't your
because I
place.
just said it.
That's not your place.
Because I just said it.
That's not your place to tell men what
How
they
you
should and
gonna tell
shouldn't
me
talk
it's not
about.
my place when y'all sitting up here
It's
talking about
not.
single moms? Then
And
y'all
and you
automatically say
said
that y'all
something
want to
else.
smash, but then y'all complain about single moms. So I said
Uh,
what I said.
Yeah, and you said something else. You said every one of these things, the sites that you go on, all they doing is talking about these 304. Why are you going to those places? Seems
Because
like
I want to, because I want to hear
you
what
just
men is talking about to
look,
see how ridiculous y'all sound.
you just trying to
You
find an
you know you
argument.
know why I do
You
it
trying to
to
find
make
an
content
argument.
for my channel
You
to talk
trying to
about
find
men that are constantly focused on women.
well, why
That's
don't
why
you
I
think
do it. Is
All
that
guess
right,
okay
what?
I'm
with
out,
you that I make
chaos.
content
Hey,
for my
Shit
all
was
right.
shit
channel?
was real.
Next, you won't hold your ego.
all right,
Respect
man.
the
So
All
that's
right.
what I do. So you can go look at my
Well,
channel.
guess
Where
what?
Kermit go?
Well, why don't you thank those guys because they giving you content?
What?
You heard me. Why don't you thank those guys because they giving you content?
Thank you. Thank the black men that look ridiculous on the internet for giving me content. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you.
There you go.
Cause I'm a clip this and I'm gonna put it in my content.
Go right ahead.
I am. And there's going to be a difference between Carl, Carmen, you, and the other guy. And
Well,
and you can distinctively see that there are men that are men, even if you don't like the type of man he was, that Carmen was.
Look, I ain't saying I had no issue with that
he
man.
was still a man.
I ain't
Carl
saying I
is
had
a
no
man.
issue with that man.
And you're
I ain't
older than
saying-
both of them, and you're acting like a child.
Look,
You're
I
not
did
acting
not
like
say
half
I
the
had an
man that
issue.
both these younger dudes order you. You sitting up here crying about women.
Crying? Who's crying?
Yeah, you crying about 304s and
what
what
I
if this
say?
girl didn't do
What-
this?
what-
And neither
what did
one
I
of them
say?
did that.
Hold up.
So,
What did I say about
instead of
304s?
them
No.
learning from you, you need to be learning from them.
What did I say about 304s? What?
Mr. I can't see your name.
Oh,
But
Shay
your
Leonard.
whole
Shay Leonard.
your whole thing was trying to focus on me, trying to tear me down, trying to tell me
How
I
did I
was
tear you
flip
down?
flopping and it's like that.
How did I tear you
Neither one
down?
of them did that.
How
They
did I
were
tear you
holding their
down?
own as men, and all you did was kept talking about
trying
to talk about me, a woman.
Here's what
I
I've
know
done.
why you did
I
it. I understand. But I'm just trying to show you the difference between when you talking to men, when men is around.
You know what I done? I just questioned your talking point. That's all I done. That was it.
Sir, you tried to make me out to be a hypocrite.
That's
what you was focusing on. And these men was not doing that. Carl's focused on the black community lowering their egos. The Carmen was focused on the women that he was focused on, and you was focused on trying to tear me down. So again, why would we want to have? Because you tried to call me a hypocrite because I didn't
somebody a hypocrite?
Because you felt like I should shame the boy and I didn't.
You don't know how I feel.
Yo, I could run a tape back.
You don't know how I feel. The only thing this we reflect on is what I feel.
Okay, sir, how do you feel?
Now how you feel, how you took it is one thing.
Okay, sir, how do you feel?
That ain't what I said. What you mean? My feelings is not relevant in this particular situation because we're not talking feelings. You the one talking feelings.
Okay, what is we talking?
Look, we talking about the point that you sitting up here bringing out. The fact that, look, these guys not trying to talk to these women. You claim they're not talking to these covered women in these grocery stores. And then when we get to talking to them covered women in the grocery store, we come to find out they have had suitable guys in their life they didn't want them. But
sir,
then
what do that got to do with you?
But then,
so what if they had suitable guys in their life they didn't want? What that got to do with you?
Oh,
Why are you worried about that? Carmen wasn't worried about that. He didn't care. Carl, when he said he was.
You muted.
Hello? No, she
a month ago, he wanted to talk to her. You the one who got the problem. You worried about a girl's past that you don't even know.
No. I have no issue with that.
You worried about an imaginary girl's past that you don't even know.
See, now you're conflating. You're just trying to make. You're trying to put me in a position.
Look foolish.
You're
older than both of those guys.
Fine. Why I complain about any of this?
I'm gonna tell you the difference between you and them. They got confidence, and you don't have confidence. That's why you can't teach them nothing.
Listen, everyone. I don't believe that this was a panel to tear each other down. Yes, there can be back and forths. Of course, everyone is going to state their point of views, but the main topic was single motherhood and parenting and how detrimental it is to society. That's all it is. It wasn't actually about complaining about 304s, but that's definitely a big part of single motherhood. And also on part of the 304s, the Pookies and Ray Rays that's contributing to the single parent households. Am I right? Chaos. Where's chaos?
Yeah.
I agree with Kay. I have not heard anything that you said I don't agree with. Not a thing.
But I'm going to ask again. Y'all trying to make it like it's not a big deal. Why is it even getting there when y'all can just wear condoms? Like, we can eliminate child support. We can eliminate baby's mama. Why are y'all risking 18 years worth of child support for a nut? When or let's just say if you don't wear a condom, why can't you just pull out?
Like, I know we're not gonna sit here and talk about all these solutions that has been presented, and we know it's really not a condom problem. It's not a pull-out problem.
That's how a person gets pregnant.
It's an issue with principles and moral values. Like you said, it's not gonna stop. No matter if they create, a super condom. Now they're gonna do. Let's say they do like some type of virtual sex. Okay, whatever they can come up with, it is not going to happen until there is some type of common principle, morality. And you said something earlier about self-respect that is vital. Okay. And on top of that, you just said again, for the sake of pleasure, children are actually being victimized through years of abandonment because of fornication. All right. I'm not talking against enjoying sex. All right. But we need to get real and really understand where the fuck we are. That's
Carl,
all
you
I'm
know what's
saying.
real? When I was
What?
growing up, TLC told us to wear condoms and people wore condoms. I don't understand the excuse about not wearing condoms. When I was growing up, they gave us condoms to wear. I am as old as I am, and I will never sleep with nobody without no condom.
But
Even if they tried me like that, they have to put on a condom. And I'm a woman, so I take that responsibility because I don't want to have it. I'm not one of those women that want to have children. So, and
No more oops,
why aren't
baby.
men being responsible in that aspect to think like you're trying to make it like I'm not telling people personally I don't think people should be having sex with people they don't want to be with, but we're not going to go there because that's not going to happen. But what at least can happen is that y'all can educate the younger men in y'all generation. You're telling me you're going to educate them on picking a baby mom if they're just
not
sleeping with
baby
women.
mom, not baby mom. We're talking about a father teaching a son or a daughter how to pick a suitable spouse.
But we're not talking about that. If you're not teaching them, don't be sleeping with everybody. This many men have kids before they even meet a woman because they're just having fun.
Okay.
What I'm saying is it like you said earlier, it starts at home. Education starts at home. It can end just like if you want the 304s to end, it all has to start with teaching your kids your body is your temple. You don't need to be sleeping with everybody.
That's what I was saying though. That's what
K,
I
I'm
said.
I'm
That's
with
what I
you
said earlier.
100%. K, K, I hear exactly what you're saying. You bringing in no morals and principles, but guess what? You know how when you bring in morals and principles, then people can't just do what they want to do.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And not being able to do what you want to do, that makes a lot of people real mad. Cause then they talking about, well, I ought to be able to do this. You ought to be like, you need to be the one that need to be responsible. You see
Carl, if
how
we're
that
talking
feel?
about marriage, if I've asked you, did our parents raise us to be wives or the boys to be husbands? I think that if they were raising us to be that, or if we're going to start to raise our children to be that, we have to teach them you
Right.
can't be sleeping with
So
everybody.
can I answer that? Can I answer that?
I
So
mean,
to, so
it
to
wasn't a
answer.
question; it was like a statement, but sure.
Okay. Well, if we want to elaborate on that, in my opinion, that's where I see the neglect is. A lot of times people think you sending children to school, or they're gonna teach you about condoms and whatnot. That's not education. That's more school is really meant for academics. Education, like I said again, the foundation of that is from home. Your identity is built from home. You don't go to school to figure out who you are, to figure out what sex is. That stuff is really supposed to be learned at home. Now, like I said, in the real world of what we have been indoctrinated to be used to, what's become the norm of man, my dad didn't like, even if dad was there, if he's was almost absent, even if mom was there, like whatever. We can go through all the scenarios, but to what it is, we need the truth. The truth of the matter is that education is supposed to be from home, from a wise father and a wise mother. That's what it's supposed to be. The issue of the topic we're talking about is single motherhood. We want to prevent that. We want to raise children that have some type of wisdom, that are able to make good decisions. Now, when we talk about principles and moral values, it's not to say rules that's going to keep a person that's going to make them feel like they're constrained. If a child is raised to be able to think critically, to think of themselves as something of or someone of value, what would you rather choose? To be able to follow the guidance of your father and understand the nurture of your mother, to be able to know what kind of environment you want to grow in. Is it toxicity or dysfunction all the time? What do you choose? So
But
children
Carl,
need to
people
learn
just
that.
out there fucking, they not thinking like that.
So that's
They
what I
not
meant
thinking
by
like that. You
that's
talking
what I
about
meant
two
by
people that's
debauchery and
you talking about
immorality.
two people
That's
that
what we call
sound that got a
immorality.
level head.
Immoral. Yeah. Go
You
ahead.
talking about people that got a level head that could think and make them choices. But if people just out there sleeping around, they not thinking about what you. They don't even have a mindset that you have.
So that's what we're talking about, like single mothers and parenting. So that comes back to the point. That's the meat of the conversation. How does that happen? It really starts from home. Family is the foundation of society. That's where it has to go back to. So to go back to that, we need to stop. It's not about bashing men or bashing women. Okay. So when BGS was on and talking about, you know what, the guys are going overseas to pick a wife that was raised to be a wife. It's not to say that women can't earn. We were talking about boss chicks and boss this and boss that. It's all vain. It's all vanity because money doesn't really give it. There's a lot of rich fools.
Yeah.
Oh, I
All right.
agree with you 100%.
I'm gonna let one more person speak that just came on panel. Black Guru, were you there?
Hey, Chaos. Thanks for
Black
having me up.
Guru. What's up?
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Just enjoying the conversation of late, messing around on the project. I was just curious. I don't, if black men use condoms more than any other men, and that's been reported several times, then I don't know it's how it's a condom issue. How's it a condom issue if black men typically use condoms more than any other men? I mean, it can't just be that. There's got to be something else. I mean,
Yeah.
and also
Yeah,
it
Femi,
don't take.
jump down, come back in because you lost your image avatar and you have feedback. Jump back in, Femi,
I
please.
got feedback.
Yeah, just jump down, jump back in. Oh, correct.
How
Jump
I do
off.
that?
Just jump out. Leave the stream completely. Continue on Black Guru because she had to fix her audio.
Well, and when we have these conversations, sometimes I wonder, do we really think about the the mechanisms of sex itself? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it don't take many wayward men to produce a lot of wayward children.
True.
So, when we make these arguments about it's the black man, the black women's fault, it's sort of like equal kind of, equally responsible fault. Well, if one guy is making more of the children, then is it a black man's fault or is it equally a black man's fault? Numerically, I don't think so.
Hmm.
So part of the problem with this conversation is there's a lot of emotion that comes to it very often. The women are deflecting because they don't want to bear their full actual responsibility for what's going on. One of the ways they get to feel better about what's going on is to say, well, it's equally men and women's fault. Well, not collectively. In a given situation, it's that man and that woman, but that man might be spreading himself over several different women. So then
Mm-hmm.
you can't say collectively is equally a black man and black woman's fault. I mean, really, until we get to some sort of national DNA testing and everybody's DNA is subject to public confirmation of some sort in light of a pregnancy or imminent birth. Until we get to that point, we don't really totally know what's going on. I mean, we have reports that fewer than half of adult black men even have children, assuming that that is reliable information. Then you can't argue it's black men's fault. You have to presume it's a relatively smaller number of black men who are engaged in this sort of reckless procreating activity
Mm-hmm.
until some more credible information is revealed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. And I'll go in further, Black Guru. Because I'm not sure how long you've been listening to the stream, but probably enough to let you know, saying that the single mother by choice now, it is no longer considered secret, regardless how the women feel. I mean, I don't see a lot of women personally did streams pushing back with this chick, this so-called chick that I played, talking about saying, if you got money and means, go get yourself a sperm donor. And saying, you don't have to really go that far. I mean, cause think about it. The reason why there's really lack of black male sperm because black men are not in the business just shooting up the club in cups and passing genetic material. That's not happening. Even the ones that's doing what they should be doing, that's the last thing they want to be doing is giving somebody their material for free without them,
Facts.
qualify. Now, Femi,
Well, here's the irony about the sperm donation thing. No black man who is of the caliber who has quote marketable sperm, that is not the profile of a man who does not want to raise his children.
Right.
The black Nobel Prize winner, the black Heisman Trophy winner, the black Michael Jordan or whatever, that's not the guy who don't want to raise his children. So that's the fundamental flaw in that whole deal.
mm,
And it is reported that black men are actually really a lot more involved in their children's lives too.
Well, yeah, I mean, we anecdotally, and that has been confirmed scientifically by the CDC. So, you know, part of why I don't like to have a lot of conversations with women, no disrespect, but very often these are not peer level discussions. These are, you got men bringing logic and facts and some degree of objectivity to the discussion. And the women, is making a lot of emotional arguments based on their own personal experiences and because of what happened to their girlfriend or their sister.
Excuse me, chaos.
And
yes.
I'm
and,
back.
and so it's just kind of an imbalanced discussion. And if you are a man who kind of values his own intellect, at a certain point it gets kind of insulting.
How is it imbalanced?
It's imbalanced because, darling, well, excuse me, I shouldn't
Just answer
refer
the
to you that way.
question.
There is some feedback happening, I'm hearing.
No, it's Femi's. Don't worry. Femi's, mute yourself while you speaks. Go ahead.
It's imbalanced because typically, at a certain point, when women hear information that does not flatter them, more times than not, they have a very emotional response.
So what do
And
men do when they hear
therefore,
information that doesn't flatter them?
well, it depends. It depends on what's being discussed. But I would say more times than not, it's generally men are more likely to be able to tolerate this intellectual disagreement than women are. That's been my observation.
Okay, sir. Well, do you know that women are different than men? Are you asking women to be more masculine?
No, but I'm saying if we're having a
Okay, well
conversation
then that's
about
how women
facts
are. Women are going to be more emotional because we're women and we're not men. And if you're claiming that you want feminine women, being emotional is a part of being a woman, as you just said, men are logical.
but if
You're
you're
not
trying
men.
to
That doesn't
but
matter,
if you're
sir. That's
trying
not
to
in our
address
genetic makeup. So
Right.
you need to
But
learn how to understand
so
women.
so so you just confirmed what I said earlier, and that is, that's one of the reasons why I don't like to talk with women very much. Because
Well, you
if you're
came up
trying to
here and you
fix a
knew I was up
problem,
here. So you
well,
must have
no,
wanted to
I
talk tonight.
actually no, I actually came up here because it's chaos. I'm familiar with him. We've had
Yeah.
conversations in the
Okay, well,
past.
you
I
could
don't
have
even
opted
know
out of this because you
who
knew
you
I was
are.
up here. So
Well,
women are going
no,
to talk
but
with
it's not.
emotions. So
It's
you're
not
talking
your
about
channel.
imbalance. It's
It's
imbalance that
chaos.
you don't accept that. It's very imbalanced that you don't accept. So I can accept that a man is
Hmm.
logical, but it's imbalanced that you don't accept that a woman is supposed to be emotional. And now you're trying to
No,
change her physiology so
I
she can
accept.
agree with you.
one second, guys. 1 second. I don't believe that that's what's happening what I believe is being
Well, I
said
I
is
believe
I
it.
we need to be
I
able to
I
have, we need to be able to
can I
converse.
can I can I respond to her uh, with all due respect? I'm married. I have adult daughters. I am very familiar with how females work. Trust me, I do.
Is your wife
So I
feminine?
told
What's that?
I said, is she
that
feminine?
that's of course she's feminine, but that's not
Okay, so you know
relevant to what
females
I'm
have
saying.
emotions, right?
I
Ooh, wait.
So don't come and talk
is
about
it
there's an imbalance because women think the way they think
I,
we're women. So we're on a
my point.
discussion panel. So don't come in here with that. You
She
have to
is
have respect.
disrespectful. She is disrespectful. It just has the nerve to tell this man he ain't been
Well,
respectful.
okay. So let me ask you this question. So then,
Yes.
how do you presume we can proceed in having a
You
conversation?
said what?
No, like
How do you presume we can proceed with a discussion, or would you rather us not have a discussion? Because
Um
I'm okay with avoiding talking with you if that's what you would prefer.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like that you leave room for your only the way you see things matter. So you're not going to be able to have a discussion with me because number one, you already have some animosity towards me because I was talking about the condoms.
Okay.
So you sat
Okay.
up there and you
Well,
said
well,
most men
I'm
would.
going. I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue to say what I have to say to Chaos, who is the host of the channel,
yes,
and the
yes.
other gentlemen on the panel.
Also,
And
now
we
answer
don't
a
have to.
question.
We don't have to engage in further direct
No, we don't.
conversation.
Go ahead.
But the point I was attempting to make is that very often when you have these discussions, there's a wholesale ignoring of the facts. You know, I mean, when you have a conversation with somebody, or you have a conversation and you say, "Well, the problem is condoms," and everybody knows that black men, or anybody who reads know that black men use more
So
condoms
where are
than
the single
everybody
mothers
else.
coming from if the
It,
black men are using condoms? Where are the single mothers coming from?
I thought we were not talking. I thought we were not talking.
Chaos, can you ask him where the single mothers are coming from since everybody's using condoms?
You said you did
Patience,
not want to talk.
patience, Amy, please.
He's telling me that black men he's stating to y'all that we know black men don't have kids. We know well, Chaos wouldn't even be having this show if the black men were doing that you are saying what they're doing.
Okay, let, let
This
me
wouldn't even
let
be a
me let me see if
discussion.
I can. Okay. I'm going to try to answer your question, but to do that, I'm going to require you to exhibit a certain degree of restraint. Right
Don't talk to me like I'm
now,
an
here's
animal.
the.
See, that's why I don't have no respect for you. You see the difference how I can have
Oh
respect
Come
for
God,
on,
a
come on,
Carmel,
come
how I
on,
can have
come on
respect for
now.
a
damn,
Carmen, but I
goddamn.
can't have respect for you because you're one of those black men that have animosity towards black women and you always try to put us down. You're not going to talk to me like I'm no animal, so I'm not your wife.
Hey, dude, that just come up on the panel, bro. Look here, that's a lost cause, man. She is not here for. She is not here to
I'm
have.
not. I'm not
Oh,
really
I'm here for
concerned
Carl and
about.
Carmen. I'm not here for
I'm
y'all. I've made it very clear.
I'm not
You can see the
concerned
respect that
about
I have for
her.
them, and I do not have it for
See,
y'all. So you should look at that.
You
People
don't
come at you like you come at them.
look. You don't have respect for Carl because everything that man said, you got to fight back against it.
Well, we're on a debate panel. I don't have to agree with him to have respect for him. That's what y'all don't understand. That's
Chaos,
why I
is
said
this?
at the
Are
Yes.
we
beginning,
debating? Are
Carl, we
we
need to be
debating?
talking about respect. See, they have
This is
that
more of a
misconception.
conversation. I'm not
I
sure
think
what.
that's what
We
I
yeah,
thought.
these are the black men that have this
That's what I
rhetoric just
thought.
because I
how
may
how is
disagree with
how is it
somebody
a
that I don't respect
conversation
them.
when
Or are you
one
trying to turn
person
me into
just
something?
how is it a conversation when one person just to constantly talk over and talk to to denigrate them? How is that a conversation?
You're denigrating me, sir. You just told me I was an animal, so
No, no.
so I checked you.
When did I
Uh,
say you were an
Hey,
animal?
dude, that
You
just come
just
up.
now you're just lying.
It
So
sounds
yeah,
like
I remember
have
what
I
I remember
disrespected
he
Carl
saying
this whole conversation, or did I disrespect Carmen or Chaos? So the people that I'm disrespecting obviously aren't showing me respect. There is a difference in how I treated each one of y'all. There's a difference. So seems to me that Chaos and Carl and Carmen were raised with knowing with some type. No, they know how to give respect to get it. That's something that you haven't learned. I couldn't imagine being your wife.
Says the woman
you
that has
came.
no
Oh, hold on.
respect.
You came up on the
I was
panel.
the
First of
first
all,
one on here.
I never said anything negatively about you
Sir, now
personally.
you're
I
gaslighting me.
said
You're gaslighting me,
no,
sir.
no. I said
I'm not your wife
I
that you can keep
said
under your thumb. You're not going to sit up here and you are being condescending the whole time. So how could we say condoms? Is even though I wasn't on the panel, I still heard you speaking, sir. You are being very condescending to my point. So I have no respect for you. Do you understand? When I talked to Carl, he didn't come at me like that at all.
Hey,
He's a
dude.
respectable man.
Hey, new dude, dude that come up on the panel. I don't mean to just call you dude, but anyway, let me see. You see this too. What I see, what I'm finna say. Some people they don't want solution. They just want to see. They just want to see stuff burn. They just want to see it burn. They don't really want.
Carmen didn't have that opinion of me. He told you that you were wrong.
Who told me I
Carl's
was
not
wrong?
having that opinion of me.
I don't remember Carl saying I was wrong.
No,
I said,
he
Carl,
did
did you
say
say I
that
was
when you
wrong?
said when you told
No,
when you said I was being
I didn't
condescending.
say
He said he
I
didn't
didn't
feel
say he
that
was
way.
wrong.
I'm gonna clip it.
Cause I agree. Cause look, I agree with everything Kermit said. Everything. No pushback at all.
See, some people are delusional. He already said that you were talking to him like he was the enemy, but you're telling me I am being inconsistent. You're telling me I'm being hypocritical. And when you
Carl?
told that man, oh, I did come at you like that. So
Oh,
I
you
can't
talking
trust
about
you
Kermit?
either.
You talking
Right,
I
you're
about?
can't
talking
trust
about
you
Kermit. So
either
let's
because
not
you slip and flopping on
let's
your
slow down a
wives.
bit. Let's slow down a bit. We were talking about Kermit's idea of just pumping and dumping, which contributes to the effect of single motherhood. And it's not just him. We talk about this is something that goes on nationally. Okay. So before we started the conversation, I did say for all of us to put aside being egotistical so that we don't give in to the spirit of offense. Now, when we're here getting offended, when we're just trying to have a conversation, no matter what your point of view is, there can be a disagreement. It's okay. That's what makes the conversation interesting. But we do want to avoid anyone feeling like they're actually being put down when maybe that's not the intent. That's all I got to say.
Let
Listen,
me ask you,
I'm gonna have
Carl.
to
Let me
go
ask
because
you
I gotta
something,
go to
Carl.
work. But Carl, let me tell you something. You are the epitome of what a man should be. You are respectable. I don't even know what you look like, and it don't even matter. I don't even know what you look like. Y'all see how Carl speaks, and he just demands the whole room, and we all just be quiet. That's what a man is. A real woman. I don't even have to see him to point out a real man. This is why y'all two are not getting results. This is why y'all are so angry. Y'all should pay attention to him. If he has a
Wow.
channel, y'all should sub to his channel. He's a very good person to look up to. And whoever raised you, they did an
Femi,
excellent job.
That's a whole lot of assuming that we are angry at that good.
It's
wait,
not
wait.
assuming, sir. I can
Femi,
see, I can
Femi,
feel
let
Carl's
me ask you a
energy. I
question.
can feel Chaos's energy. I can feel y'all energy. Energy
Femi,
don't last, sir. You don't have to be in
Femi.
denial about it. Just be better.
Wow.
All right, Femi.
Wow, we angry. I'm like,
Question.
wow.
Oh, God, why is she? I was gonna ask her a question. Hold on. That's interesting. I guess any guys got any closing remarks?
Let me ask you a question. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pardon me for interrupting you. I ain't mean to.
Yeah.
And to any of the other guys that want to answer the question, did I come off angry?
No, I don't think you
Nah, I don't believe you did.
Oh.
Wow, we have a whole bunch of she does a lot of assuming. See, I already do it. Look. I'm
well, I mean, you know, guess what you know. Look,
you were finishing your point,
Go ahead.
Uru.
Wait, before we finish, I got knock this out the way. Because I had to share this because because you know I'm soon gonna wrap up the stream. Let me see. Okay, this is the original article. Let me see. I don't know why it has these commercials. Who that? As you see, reports Black persona shortage mother. This came out in I think October, and this is from the Washington Post, I believe. I'm only scrolling down. See, I can see it. Let me refresh on my audience because I'm looking at two monitors. Yeah. So this the article. And I was gonna read again just for clarity, but I've invested enough time in this. Where is Kermit to tell him the truth? Okay. Let's see. Like, all right. Any last thoughts, guys? I'm just gonna write this down.
I agree with Carl K. Everything he said was on point.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Carl, you have any closing remarks?
I wish I. Oh,
Is Carl there? All right.
I'm still here. I'm still here. Uru was about to say something.
Yeah. I'm a
no,
wind down.
I wish I had a chance to speak earlier. Um, I
Black Guru is
the
something else. Because you don't really come on my channels often. And tonight it's a very interesting stream. And normally as an elder, you're as calm as you get. I mean, I kind of respect your restraint. I mean, I don't know how you do.
well, I don't get emotional about women either who are not related to me or who I'm not fucking. That's been a long-standing policy of mine. So I'll either sort of mostly laugh through it or just depart. I mean, it's just no point in me getting upset with her. I would advise the young men that are listening, that's an example of something you might want to really be mindful of where you put your dick up in. That's something that I would, I mean,
Indeed.
no matter how I might feel personally about the attacks, I do appreciate how freely that type of person reveals herself, frankly, because it allows you to make what should be some easy decision, to make. So that much I appreciate. I regret I didn't get a chance to hear or observe your presenting me the article that I guess inspired
it's
discussion.
Yeah.
But what I'll say is, look, the mechanics of reproduction. Let's, as you have these conversations with people, remember the mechanics of reproduction, and it don't take a whole lot of men to make a whole lot of babies. So don't let these women put on all black men something that, the available science, social science, appear to say is only really being perpetrated by a relatively small number of men. Now they don't want to accept that, because to accept that argument means that they have to bear more responsibility than your average black man, frankly, and they don't want to do that. That there's a cost to that. There's a mental and emotional price to saying, "Oh, this really is mostly my fault." Oh shit, really? You mean I can't blame this on the nearest black man? This is really my doing? Most women aren't prepared to really do that. So that response that I got from her was just confirmation of that. So let me fight. Let me throw out all kinds of negative commentary. Let me try to get him riled up and whatever to distract from the truth. And the truth is where things are now, the way things are set up. The problems we have with our families are mostly that of the decision making. That's just a fact. That's just the way it is. Everything is set up to empower them, to reproductively empower them, and for the most part, to reproductively neuter us. That's just a fact. So now I'm not going to argue with some woman about the facts. We can argue about emotions and feelings and shit like that, right? Because they are more emotional, and I get that, and I appreciate that about women. Like I said, I'm married to one. I raised them. I don't have any problems with a woman being emotional. I do have a problem with a woman lying or obfuscating against the actual facts of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, talking about gaslighting, my God,
So Uru, you say
so
daughters?
yeah,
You have two daughters.
yes.
So how are you going
Hmm.
about raising your daughters? Are you gonna
My
get
daughters
that?
are adult.
Uh,
My daughters
Okay.
are adult. My
yeah,
eldest
Carl,
daughter is
we're not gonna hold more time.
married.
I
Yeah.
want to wrap this up.
Okay.
But the Black
Yeah.
Hero,
No. So I just said,
yeah,
go ahead. What was that?
Black Hero got adult children, so he raised his children fully functional human beings. That's all that needs matter. I'm not going to detail.
Okay.
Yeah. I would just say, don't. If you're gonna have a debate, have a debate with women in particular. If you're gonna have a debate on the facts. Hold them to some real actual facts, or don't invest much time into the discussion. So I'll end it with that. And thanks for having me, Chaos.
All right. Thank you, Chaos. Thanks, Uru.
All right, that's it. That it. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Like I said, there you have it. It's a good stream. I would like to thank all the people that participate in today's stream. You guys gotta go back to replay of this. The early part I put, y'all gonna like. Trust me. That leads segment to the stream ahead. And for wrapping up, to my final conclusions, Ebony K. Williams, just like a modern woman that is paid wonderfully, she's gonna spread the bullshit and the propaganda, and a lot of women are going to eat it like pie because women are very influenced what they see for media, not only what they hear, but really what they see, and pushing this notion of this, having black men give their sperm and then they just inject themselves. I mean, they are doing that already with the small percent of black men that's actually getting enough of the action. I mean, they said 54% black men are single childless. We question it now for some time now, but it seems to me it's holding up because why would someone that has means wants to sit there, want black men to donate their sperm? I thought these black men by high numbers is out here having kids. And like I said, Femi, if you think about the answer question, you gotta look at what age really and what is the percentage, and I don't like to use percentage, but we're gonna go there, that these men are having kids by black women. And there's already articles and data, and I have done content extensively about how women in our community have more children than the men, but every race of men has more children than the women. Why is it only when it's black people in America the numbers are in reverse? To ask the question is to answer the question. And in response to Gigi, he was right. He told one woman that a lot of men are not really getting much sex. So, regardless how you want to feel, it lets you know who you really fucking. You fucking the ones that are that 20% that gives you that good talk, that swag, and some good pipe. That's cool. That's cool. But like I said, I just call it out as it is, and it was proven evident not only today's stream, but what Ebony K. Williams laid out and gave the roadmap for what black women should be doing, but they're really doing this already. I'm just saying. And Prime Time wrote and said, so they have 1.8 million more kids than black men. Yes, they do. And if you guys, if you feel so kind, if you like today's stream, you could leave your like or donate either by super chat or what do you call it, the Cash App. I mean, that's a note. Where is it? I gotta put it. Where is it? Yeah, the super chat Cash App. If I can find that. I don't know what I'm looking for. This. Super chat or Cash App. Either or, all donations will be appreciated. I'd like to thank everybody for listening to today's stream. If you're new to the channel, you know the deal. Hit the subscribe button, red button, top notification bell for uploads, live streams here on the Chaos Rain Show. Also, follow me on the social media links. Follow me on Twitter at Chaos27. Also, add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook. Follow me on Rumble. I put the Rumble in the description and on the chat room when you go back to replay this. Join Discourse service of Chaos Rain. And last but not least, I'm on Spotify, Anchor, etc. on some old shows and some things I upload on the other side of things. And thank you, Carl, for your $4.99 donation. I'm also have some special effects, maybe sound bites or some for donations. It's coming, guys. Trust me on this. So that's pretty much it. I like to end things off, but one thing that came to my mind, Femi said about the African man. And I have something in regards to what the African views or think of Western modern women, mostly black women. This one's for you, sweetie. And like always, guys, Legos ring.
Not to get married to an American woman is because most American women are wired for divorce. Many of them come into your life just to divorce you. They're wired for divorce. Many of them come into your life just to divorce you. They are wired for divorce. Many of them come into your life just to divorce you. They are okay with going through a divorce. They are not willing to take any hit. Any little thing. I'm about to go to the car. I'm about to go to the court and get a divorce with you right now, man. I ain't playing with you, boy. I don't want you no more. I'm going to check out this relationship. I do not want to go through that. Most American women live on fast food. Checkers, KFC, Popeye chicken, and, McDonald's. I do not want to go through having to buy food every day outside. This is one of the reasons why I would prefer to get married to an African woman, because African women, they have been trained to make food in the house. They have been trained to stay in relationships no matter what happens. It's very difficult for an African woman to get a divorce.